Hello and good evening. I'm fucking getting
Hello.
getting rained on all weekend. Thankfully, it's finally stopping. But we're back with more Pathfinder. So last week, you guys sold off the last of the big magic items you wanted to get rid of, splitting the gold evenly, and then you decided to go back to Jorgenfist to check out the library again, as well as investigate the ominous black tower, which you had missed out on the first time thanks to your tactics. Um, you guys arrived
Fish.
at the door to the black tower, and then noticing that the floors and walls were covered with thin sheets of ice, Jareem decided to start creating some drug concoctions. This time, making ember berries into some tea and spiking a few of the cups with some skirva, as Dream does, because
Yes, sir.
he wants everyone to have a good time with their beneficial medicine.
That's what it's all about.
Of course. So once you were inside, you guys took a quick look around before assigning Urslan to the task of opening up the trap door that was in the center of the floor. This trapdoor led downwards through a shaft that went about 50 feet deep. And then at the very bottom, you discovered that there was a mummy that was clutching a really elaborate looking scroll case as he muttered repeatedly in Thessalonian the words, the green light. Um, I think it's fair to say that you guys took that as a green light to attack him, as you guys, not that he gave you much of a choice, but you guys picked the fight. It only took, I believe, 2 rounds, if that. Yeah, two plus. Ursula killed it on the third turn. Um, Once the fight ended, Cade went about healing the people who had been struck with the tomb gas that put some energy drain on you guys. Dream collected the corpse of the mummy to, according to his own words, put into a coffin full of honey.
I'm gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. Um, and then Urslan and Cade spent some time doing their best to decipher the runes on the scroll case in order to unlock it. Never mind that there was a perfectly capable sorcerer with a knock spell that could have taken care of it, but we like to have fun here, and so you guys went about reading the runes, and eventually you cracked the case open, revealing a collection of scrolls known as the Emerald Codex of the Thoracic Order. Half of these scrolls comprising rather another artifact known as the Anathema Archive. You guys handled these ancient pieces of magic with expert care, making sure that none of them disintegrated as they were made on wyvern hide that had been in that scroll tube for who the hell knows how long. It had been probably thousands of years. You guys discovered that there were 8 spells within the regular scrolls themselves, and then another 7 on the archive. And the archive could also be used to help you gain information about a wide range of subjects. The final item inside the scroll tube was something that, in effect, was useless, but could have been worthwhile had you gone to the Black Tower first, as it basically just gave you a password to get into the library, which again, you already had the key from Mockmurian, so no need for it. But, I guess good to know that there were multiple methods of gaining entry without having to deal with the Shining Children. At any rate, you guys then went to the library. You guys learned about all kinds of subjects, including Karzug, his city of Xin-Shalast, the types of monsters that he employs in his armies. You also learned about a little bit about the cipher gate that sits in Riddleport that you had seen much earlier in the game, as well as the mysterious dimension of time, and also the horrific nightmare realm of Lang. You learned about some of the denizens of Lang, including like Lang spiders with their strangely shaped bodies that have odd numbers of legs. The Scarlet Walkers, which are giant six-legged, skull-headed creatures that have like crab pincers at the on like their front appendages. Those creatures were known for being particularly good at interrogations and torture. You learned about blue dragons a bit because Karzug likes those, and also the humongous Lamia Harridans that are quite rare, but certainly a favored creature for the Rune Lord of Greed. Finally, you went back to Sandpoint and you encountered the sage Broder Quink. He presented you with some potential reasons to seek out the lost city of Xin-Shalast, and as well as some clues as to previous efforts to do so, describing the expedition uh, from the dwarves of Yenderhof, specifically two brothers with the last name Vecker. They took a convoy of their fellow dwarves into the Kodar Mountain region after they themselves had discovered sort of the outskirts of the city, and they were never heard from again. And there was so much basically capital that was invested into their mission that in Yanderhof, their name is often not brought up in friendly terms, as so many resources were wasted in a sense as they failed to ever get back to the city.
Sheesh.
If you need a refresher on the specifics of that, it is in handout 6-1. But yeah, so you guys learned essentially where you need to go next. Um, as far as like where the Kodars are located, they are all the way in like the northeastern corner of Varisia, past Jorgenfist, past the Storville Plateau. Although, if we were to, try to make the travel a bit faster, uh, Jorgenfist is probably about as far as you can get with a teleport because, as you guys know, you do, or rather, yeah, you pretty much do need to have been to the place you're teleporting to before in order to make it easier on yourselves.
Makes sense.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, just reading. Because yeah, as per the spell text, you have to have some clear idea of the location of. Yeah, you have to have an idea of the location and layout of the destination. So yeah, you guys have been there before, so you wouldn't have that. Okay, you want a wand of bear's endurance, you want bark skin, and 1,000 gold piece diamond. Okay. Yeah, feel free to talk about what you guys want to do. I'm just gonna find the cost of these things for what Tristan wants.
So,
Well, I need to find a coffin, a stone one preferably, and fill it with honey. So whoever wants to help me with that.
we're leaving this in Sandpoint, right? We're not lugging this around with us.
Oh yeah,
Okay, then I'll help.
we should probably
Sure, let's go.
we
Let's
should
do it.
probably leave it in like a cave or something, because it has to sit there for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Honestly, if we come back, I'll try out whatever god concoction is. But we are going to do this quietly and not let anyone know about the fact that you're literally dropping a mummified corpse into honey. Kids rubbing their eyes as they're saying this.
Yeah, I mean, no one has to know.
Where are you attempting to get the coffin from?
I would say
We need to go to a
probably-
stoneworker, I guess.
Is there any worship?
Maybe the cemetery. Is there a cemetery?
There is, yeah.
Is there anyone who worships or has powers within the Earth domain in our group?
Not me.
Kay just kind of ponders for a second, and then shrugs and goes, "Because we could pretty much have someone who literally has magic in the Earth domain just shape some stone for us as well if we."
Oh yeah, Dino is stone shape.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
he's AFK right now, so it was just a hard way to try to roleplay that. But yeah.
Okay.
Cade's willing to help contribute to the cost of diamonds for resurrection, if needed. I have about 5k gold I'm willing to throw around. Cade says.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for your kind donation. Yoink.
Right.
I don't even know how much I have.
Thank you for flying Church of Resurrection.
Yeah, no, exactly. Here's the thing. I'm happy to contribute whatever we need right now. I've bought everything I pretty much want. I don't think I could get anything else right now that
Ooh.
would be good for me. There probably is, but nothing that has come to mind. So before we travel deep into the abyss of everything, I would like to find us some diamonds and anything that could help bring us all back to life if necessary.
So yeah, you could go like a bit cheaper with a 5,000 gold diamond for Dream to cast Raise Dead, or you could go with the more expensive 10,000 gold diamond for Lily and her resurrection spell. In terms of differences between them,
Like, tell you what, if I die, you could take my gold to get diamond to resurrect me.
Who am I raising?
nobody right now.
everyone.
They're just talking about like
Some grapes.
being prepared for the journey ahead. Yeah.
I will gladly resurrect my friends.
Cade's punny today. It's fine.
I'll resurrect anyone.
I can.
Sorta.
You can raise dead people. I can resurrect people.
Still confused.
Yeah,
on
you'll
Ba-
actually bring them back.
Yeah.
Basically, resurrection has like fewer limitations on it than Raise Dead, so there's no real like time limit on resurrection. Um, you still need to have like some sort of remains of the body. Whereas with Raised Dead, you kind of need the body to be like intact as far as, like the head still needs to be attached to the body, etc.
Okay. The condition of the remains is not a factor for resurrection. Whereas
No,
Raised Dead,
yeah,
it's
and
gotta be discernible. Like,
resurrection also works on things that were killed by death effects, whereas Raised Dead does not.
oh, okay. So, the pauper that is Cade can only afford a Raised Dead right now. So,
The pauper, after you guys spent all your gold on crazy magic items, the pauper, Cade the pauper.
back
just-
where we started.
So wait, hold on. Raise dead makes zombies. Resurrect brings you back to life, correct?
No, Raised Dead doesn't make zombies. That's Animate Dead.
Yeah.
It just raises you with some imperfections until you fix them.
Right. We did this.
Well, yeah,
That's how
well-
I'm fucking a tiefling.
Well, no, yeah. If the body is completely intact, otherwise, like Raised Dead is just as good as Resurrection in that case. But yeah, like
You
it, if there's just
50% chance on losing spells.
So yeah, so that's how I fucked a tiefling. Got it. Okay.
no, that was Reincarnate.
Oh, okay. I
See,
thought that was
there's-
raised dead.
There's 3 different kinds.
What's the other one I have? Create undead.
Yeah, you've create undead, which allows you to create like specific types of undead rather than like animate dead is basically just zombie or skeleton, and create undead allows you to do like all kinds of other shit with it. Like
I can make
I
him a
know
ghoul.
Cat is monogamous, but part of me wants to create a character that's like whole goal is to just like
Make
fuck
it
people
Swiffer.
who have been brought back to life in different ways.
That's insane, but alright.
I like it.
kind of unhinged, but those are the character concepts that I like most. So
I
There
never
was never
said
a
they were a
hinge to
sane
begin with.
person.
I'm here for it.
Or a good one.
I encourage it.
Character.
We started on the floor. It was never a hinge.
uh, I could see this character like having the reincarnate spell themselves, and they can just like they just they have sex with the other person, and then they just kill them and reincarnate them into something else, and just rinse and repeat.
This
Horrible.
is consensual. Whoever this is has agreed, like, this is what's gonna happen. You cool with this? Kay.
You can try. To
You
convince everyone.
you can
Let's put
certainly
it this way.
try.
It is either consensual in that they have agreed, if you manage to do this, I'm cool with it, or it is they found somebody. I can't even say she. They found somebody who has been
swear there was
reincarnated in
a
different
contract.
ways, and they're like, so
It'll be
I
the
kind
most.
of have this fetish.
It'll be the most rolls made during a Fade to Black of all time.
Do I have gloves? I don't think I have gloves. I don't have gloves.
Gloves is in like a hand slot item or just like straight up gloves.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Well, yeah, there's like regular gloves that you could just buy and wear, like dirt cheap ones. But no, you don't have like a hand slot magic item.
Okay. There's things called gloves of larceny. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with gloves of grand larceny, which
Gloves of Grand Theft Auto.
that's I mean, if that's what you want to do, okay. So sounds like Kate and Lily are gonna go halves on a 10,000 gold diamond.
Yep.
Cat will put a little bit towards that, so that they don't have to.
Ah,
So
Alright,
that
what I
Kate doesn't
miss?
spend
What we
all their
doing?
money.
You can't afford your shit.
Why not?
Can I buy a pair of assistant gloves for 100 gold, 180 gold pieces?
Yes.
Thank you.
Just be aware that those are single use.
Ah, damn, they 450 cringe.
They're 4,500. Yeah, each of those ones.
Oh, Dino, I need you to make me a stone coffin.
They become
I got you. I
unmagical.
got you. I got you. Skip. Just give me like one day, and I'll do stone shape, and we'd be golden.
Yeah.
I'll just move ahead a day since you guys are talking about items that you have to go to like Magnamar to get anyway. So
All right. Can someone do me a solid and get the 1,000 gold because
I just
I have
need
a spell.
500.
I have a spell that can revive Chomper. Worst case scenario, and I only need like a 1k diamond. I think that's way more efficient than a 5 or 10k diamond.
well, there you go. If Kat was going to contribute money, it could just go to that. Then that would
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
And then
Cat's
also-
contributing money to this. Like she's not leaving them
And then
be.
we
I
can do
appre-
both.
I appreciate
Resurrect a
you.
player and Chomper. That seems like a win-win.
yes.
All right. So if my math is correct, I have a total of.
I just wanted to comment. I opened the website we used to look up info on skills. And I now have a Chick-fil-A ad in Spanish blasting through my ears from one of the 7 tabs that are now open, and I cannot find it. So, give me a moment. I don't hear any of you if you're saying words.
That is awkward.
Alright, Tim, so if my math is correct, if I use my platinum, my gold, and my copper pieces, I can afford it. Wait, no, my math might still be off. Shit.
You have a total of. Where's my calculator?
That's 8,300. With the copper, I'm almost low. Guys, if
One platinum piece is only 10 gold pieces, not 100. So you have
oh fuck, I'm way off.
you have
I can give
6,000. You have 6,847 gold and change.
I can give you 1,000 gold.
I appreciate it, but if I can get just a little bit. Wait, I don't remember exactly how much money I have. I know you just told me, but I blanked on.
I'll type it in the chat.
I appreciate it. Alright, so if I can get like 2,200 more gold, I can get us some a bark skin wand, and a bear's endurance wand. So I can give us all of us more health and all of us more armor. So I think that'll benefit.
What do you
everyone.
need?
Let me see.
2,000.
Including all the money I have, like maybe two. Well, fuck. I can just do advanced math. By advanced math, I mean just use a calculator. By calculator, I mean an abacus.
To get everything you wanted, it's 3,152 plus a little bit of silver and copper.
Hey, Tristan.
I
I give you all the gold of mine.
appreciate you, Skip.
I gave you everything, which is 1,230 GP.
I mean, in my defense, you're not giving it to me to be just for, you owe me later. This is literally like I think a really good fun for the party, because, who doesn't like
Investment.
extra armor and extra health?
Shrugs.
So far you have not answered Kat's question of how much you need.
I am still freaking out my abacus.
Okay, I'm going to actually then with another 150.
Keep forgetting that my keyboard isn't working anymore.
My math is 1,922 gold after what Lily gave.
So on the off chance one of us fucks up and we lose our diamonds, we can just throw a corpse in a bag and keep it okay. And or if we find any more dragons, we can stop it from rotting.
Ah.
Yeah, you can you can buy that too. Yeah.
Eh.
Okay, let me. This is ridiculous without a keyboard, I must say.
I thought you had batteries for your keyboard.
I forgot to give it batteries at the store. Remember?
But your TV remote has AAA batteries, which your keyboard needs.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Come on, man! You got to get into the timeless practice of using the same set of batteries to power everything in your room.
Yeah, you just pilfer it as you need it.
Exactly. That's what I used to do.
Cannot believe I forgot about the boys.
It's a good thing I'm here to remind you.
Ugh.
You're so forgetful.
All right, so
Forgetful.
if Kat is contributing the rest of the gold to what Dino's trying to buy, I'll just deduct that and we can
Appreciate.
advance things a bit here. Let's see. That's gonna
Tristan,
be...
Dino,
Wah.
tell me your plan.
plan is to go to Karzug and murder him.
On top of our text messages.
I'll tell you the plan later.
Like, damn it, Tristan, just answer your text messages.
Well, that wasn't
Ever.
that. That wasn't that. That wasn't that. They were being answered, and they were trying to be discreet. I will give you credit for that this time. I know we rag on you.
Yes, but that's no fun.
Thank you. Take that, Lily. I'm winning.
What? That was for Lily, not you.
God damn it.
Don't
Feel so betrayed.
Don't worry, the betrayal will happen the other way around soon enough. And then I'll die mysteriously and not be revived because the diamond will go missing. It'll be fine.
What makes you so sure that the diamond's gonna go missing? Hmm?
Because I'll betray you at some point in favor of Dino.
What?
Arbitrarily speaking, it's going to happen eventually. I don't choose allegiance easily, and it kind of sways very easily, I should say. So
You don't choose legions easily and it sways easily.
I meant to say I meant to say I'm swayed easily, and it doesn't take a lot to convince me. But instead, I fucked that up.
I thought we were friends.
We
What you said for later.
are. Kate.
I'll take it. Thank you.
So, if I'm spending the money on the urgent bomb stuff, how much gold do I still have left? Because you didn't take that out yet, right?
No. That's only 150. So that's okay. Now your gold is up to date.
Wop. Thank you. Do you know that there is an item called soul soap?
I did not know that. I'm going to look it up.
You can sit there and watch someone who's going under a hostile mind affecting effect with it for a minute, and then they can try their will saving throw a second time.
Interesting.
You're dominant. No, you're fucking not. Try again, asshole.
Go take a shower. Tell me if you're still dominated.
All right, are you good? No. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So any other purchases or final preparations?
I want an origami swarm.
You want a what now? Origami swarm. That is a real item, by the way.
I know.
It's a real item.
It's my version of pocket sand.
Incredible. That's extremely cheap to make too.
I know.
You just need to have a spell that, let's see, who can even get this spell? Lily and Ursulin could get this spell.
I know. So I saw it. I was like, this is actually pretty useful.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Instant swarm. Clog the entrance. Leave me alone.
Amazing.
All right. I think I have everything I can afford, and now I am out of gold. That was 300. How much silver is gold?
Everything is 10. It's 10 to everything is 10 to 1, like going up from one to the next.
Okay,
So 10 silver to 1 gold, 10 gold to 1 platinum, etc.
So that's 300 gold. I have 216 gold, so that's all gone.
Oh, you were serious. You're actually buying that. Okay.
Yes, I absolutely
Okay.
am.
So-
I am committing to the origami swarm. So 216. I owe 84 gold.
So
I
that
have
is
49.6 out of silver.
that's all that. And then hold on, let me open up my calculator again.
Oh my god. Kate's going back to their origin story of I have no money. What is
Yeah,
money?
essentially, yeah. So that is 3,440 copper.
Fine by me.
All right. So yeah, your remaining money, 2,454 copper pieces.
That's enough to get some food.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pat's like, oh good God, I will pay for your food.
Kate shrugs and goes, "It's okay. I got some rations still."
I got
Right?
donuts.
Cade starts moving through their bag and goes, "Yeah, I have 7 rations left. That should be fine for our month-long journey."
Don't worry, Kate. We got good berries.
We do have good berries. Cade looks at their hand and goes, "A ring of sustenance might have been a better plan." And then looks at their little pocket full of origami and goes, "No, origami." I look at everyone.
Origami.
I'm all proud of myself. All my armor is like shined and spiffed up. I'm as clean and like probably as quote unquote noble looking Cade is ever going to get. And is ready and waiting for everyone else to go on our adventure.
So,
All right. So, you guys take the usual method of going long distances, which is teleport. Um, the number of teleports is already checked off on Cat's sheet, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. It's 3 to get everyone up to Jorgenfist, and then from there, I would imagine you guys are just gonna like
Hoof
go
it.
to go to some high ground. Well, yeah, you're gonna huff it from here, but I'm just saying like you're probably gonna want to get to like some high ground, right? To like get a lay of the land where you want to go. All right, so here's what we'll do. You guys go up into one of the watchtowers at Jorgenfist. Anyone who wants to take a look in all directions to see if you can spot some of the points of interest that were mentioned in either stuff, literature within the library or in the letter that Broder presented you guys.
Send Babu up there.
Yeah, that's fine. Whoever wants to scope it out can, I will say, make a knowledge geography or survival, one or the other.
I got this. Guidance. Go.
Okay.
Cade just kind of starts fiddling with a map and looks at Dino, who's already just like beelining up the hill and being like, "I'm just gonna sit back down."
Yeah, so like possessing a map of the Varizia region as a whole, you would know that the river that is immediately next to you is not the river you're looking for. That's the Storville River, as you are on the Storville Plateau. However, you know that there are additional rivers. There's one to the west, which is
Screen's black.
I know.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I didn't really know what map to use for this, so I kind of just I don't know. I kind of just punted it, but
your theater of minding.
sort
You
of, yeah,
apologize. I'm listening.
So there's a river. There's one river to the west and one river to the east. And looking at, let me look at the checks here. Okay,
Please
so
tell me the right river's on the left.
well, I didn't say which was on the left or right. I said west and east. But Dino, your knowledge of the region, having lived here your whole life, plus taking a peek at the map that Cade has, the river to the east is the one you want. That is the Kazaron River that was mentioned in the books and letters that you've come across so far. However you choose to get to that river is up to you. Whether you hoof it to conserve spells in terms of teleport uses, or if you want to just blow teleports, that's fine too. But you guys have a good vantage point from where you are on how to get there, and you, as soon as you settle upon that being the river you want to head towards, you all start heading in that direction. The journey to that river, and then as you begin to follow the river, that does take. We'll put it at a day to get to the next sort of fork in the road.
What do we think? Are we thinking about teleports or thinking about flying? Because I got anthole and I can fly.
I mean, like flying of course would certainly make it faster than just walking it. Teleport, like I said before, teleport's a little bit sketchy because you guys haven't been here before. So there's a decent chance that it either won't work or it'll dump you somewhere that you don't want to be. Again, just because you haven't physically been to this area before.
All right, I'm just gonna my recommendation is it's Quetzalcoatl flying because speed is key.
Okay. So you get to another sort of fork as the river splits in two different directions, left and right.
Come on.
Again, geography, survival checks to determine which is the correct way.
Guidance. Take those.
Okay. So, based on various investigations on your part, including which way each river sort of bends and turns throughout the landscape before you, the flow of the river, which direction seems to have more wildlife, even you take that into consideration, as well as the height of the mountain peaks in each direction. You're pretty sure that you want to go to the right.
Okay. If I turn left enough times, we will eventually go to the right.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure. Enough lefts will make a right.
You've finally given in.
I turn left until I eventually go right.
2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do.
Exactly. I am the mode of transportation here, and I say 3 lefts to make a right.
So Dino does the awkward and unwieldy motion of making 3 lefts.
I
order
don't.
to-
I choose not to follow.
You're on my back right now.
He's
so
carrying
fine, but
everybody.
you're
Yeah.
breaking yourself off.
Oh, he's carrying us. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
shit.
God. We are on for the fucking ride.
Well, never mind then. I'm not going anywhere.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. I just see you jumping off and just like behind us, quickly just running and getting there in the same amount of time, just for the sheer difference in foot span.
So,
Kat is like asleep for this. She's like, whatever, don't care. Wake me up when we get there.
as you travel along, Dino, how high up off the ground are you flying?
I say like a solid 100 feet in the air.
Okay,
So
so
I can see anything below and above me.
okay, so as you follow the river that you believe to be correct,
I don't like how you worded that.
so you continue following this river, and and you notice that the altitude is rising, air's getting a little thin, nothing worrisome, but you're definitely ascending. It's getting a little cold, it's a bit windy. There are some sort of clouds that hang pretty low in the sky, not that low, of course, that would just be fog. But go ahead and roll perception to maintain sight of the river, as you have to now start to navigate the higher ground, kind of like dipping in between different rock outcroppings, and avoiding some of the taller trees that are in the area. Kind of makes it a bit difficult to maintain sight of the river while you're trying to concentrate all this. So go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, I'm
Fuck.
30. I mean, yeah, you do more than fine. You manage to keep the river in your sights, and before long, you're noticing that there's a pretty significant snowfall in this area, and like I said, the temperature continues to drop, continues to get a little more windy. Again, you being the one carrying everybody, you feel the thin air a bit more than everybody else, but again, nothing that's really going to hinder your progress.
Here's the thing,
Eventually,
though.
yes,
I hate the cold. So, boom.
yeah, fair. So
I'm also going to cast. I'm going to use my Meta Magic Rod because it is level 2, so it's high enough to double the duration.
okay,
Fuck you, cold. I told you how much I hate the cold.
You've told me once or twice.
Let me reiterate. I hate the cold. Cold. Alright, Tim, I'm sorry. Please continue.
oh no worries. So you continue to fly onwards and upwards through this mountain range, and eventually you begin to notice that the peaks in this area are getting much higher and higher than before you entered. Maybe it was just your eyes playing tricks on you before you got here, but um, you know these are certainly the highest mountain ranges you've seen in person. So you're beginning to really feel like you're in the right place. You sense that this is the correct area. This is the Kodar Mountains. This is where you need to be. Um, and yeah, that sort of confidence spurs you on as you continue. Before long, you come across another sort of set of twists and turns and sort of like thin, narrow passageways. Go ahead and roll a fly check to get through all of it.
Uh-oh. Pirates!
Why are you saying uh-oh?
That's why.
Yeah. So it's a bit clumsy, but you manage to keep everyone on your back. Nobody falls off. And hold on, I just have to. Okay. So it's at this point that instead of simply seeing like the mountains, the highest mountains off in the distance, and sort of these like rugged foothills all around you, now you're really in like the mountains like proper. It's just caves and outcroppings and crags all over the place. But before long, you do come across another sort of lower valley here at an elevation now of roughly 4,500 feet. So again, thin air, but not anything that's going to impose any sort of altitude related sickness or danger to you and your friends. And off in the distance, you see what looks like a log cabin that has been defensively built on the edge of a cliff. This log cabin appears to be of, at least from the distance you're looking at, of really just incredible craftsmanship and sturdiness.
Does it look
What's that?
occupied?
Does it look occupied? Can't really tell from the distance that you're at. But
I tell from the distance I'm at.
roll perception. One of the things you can tell without needing to roll that is that this is definitely a zone where there's been some like avalanches and perhaps like rock or mudslides at some point. There appears to have been quite a bit of disturbance to the natural lay of the land here. But yeah, go ahead and roll perception and see if you can tell if it's
Pirates!
Sorry, while
occupied
you're
or not.
doing that,
No!
Tim, Wait, were you telling Dino or me to roll perception?
Dino.
And anybody can roll. He asked, so I had him do it first. But yeah, I mean, you're all flying on his back, so yeah, you can certainly take a look just the
Well,
same
I
to
was
see.
asking if it was occupied, so I wasn't sure if that counted. Not like that. What? That was a
Roll the
bad roll
nat
too.
1 depression.
So
You're
By the way, I unfortunately have sad news. Apparently, the president of Ireland's dog passed.
yeah, I heard about that
Ah.
yesterday. Yeah, bro.
I just found out.
I mean, honestly, I read or Fiona told me a little bit about it. Bro lived to be like 11, so like bless because
Aw.
burners don't typically live that long.
Yeah,
And
that
he has another one as well.
I know.
He always keeps two. So there was also like Sheeta passed away a few years ago. That was another sad thing. There and when last time I was in Ireland, actually, we saw a mural that someone had painted of Sheeta.
Aw.
And it looked awesome. I'll have
Alright,
to find
anyway.
a picture of it. Yeah. So
Carry on, back with Pathfinder.
no worries. So based
We
on
don't
the
deserve animals.
we don't at all. Based on the distance that you guys are at, it's really hard to tell. It doesn't look occupied, but no real way of knowing until you get closer.
Kay just kind of smacks Dino and just goes, "Onward, steed!"
Mush.
Grab
Okay.
Chomper so he doesn't fall, then I do a barrel roll. Oh, I don't. I'm not that mean, especially from this high up.
It is a
Pat
it is a
hears this, groans, and says, I should have just flew myself. I should have just flew myself. That was
also
lazy.
Fly right.
as you are inspecting the cabin from a distance, this time I want everybody to make a perception check
Oh no.
for something else.
Oh,
Spiders.
second roll.
Second roll for everybody. Geez, another one. Well, here's the thing. That adds up to more than what the DC is, so you'll still hear what this is. Okay, well, Dream absolutely hears it. Okay, so based on these rolls, okay, so Cade and Dino and Dream all hear the following noise. I'm hoping this is going to play loud enough when I hit the button.
Oh no, Kate smacking. Dino, I gotta go right backwards, Steve.
You all hear a mysterious sort of mournful howl ring out through the mountains. The three of you that heard it make well, actually, I don't even know if you're all trained in this. If you're trained in it, make a knowledge planes check.
I can make checks in anything, including things I'm not trained in.
That's true, you can, because
I'm giving guidance to Cade.
scald shit.
Pat has no idea why Cade is panicking. She's like, what is happening?
Kate's going, I'm hearing shit, and I don't think it's in my head.
Okay, so total of 27 for Kate actually meets the DC for, well, to learn at least some of what this is. So Cade, you listen closely and you are able to identify that this sound is absolutely supernatural. And that it likely comes from some kind of outsider.
Lovely. So I pretty much I immediately look at everyone and I go, okay, so who may have heard or not heard that eerie ass fucking howl? We're dealing with some supernatural shit. All right.
Are you sure it wasn't the ghost of a sailor just wanting to sing a sea shanty? A lot of them are really bad at it.
I smack you upside the back of the head on the back of Dino, holding on with one hand and just being like, no, it is a outsider, you asshat.
So
Do we
What's an
engage
outsider?
it or not?
So outsider in game terms, outsider refers to anything that's not native to the material plane.
Pat is asking this in character, sorry.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
Okay.
case. I don't. Esoteric things, the things you don't want to think about, the things I can't explain to you, just, oh god. They don't work in the same conventional means as us, to be honest.
oh, I just remembered. Dream, did you bring Metal Man with you? All right, good talk.
Sorry.
Yes.
What was the question? I was.
No, you're good. You're good.
Pudding.
Did you bring Metal Man with you? Your Metal Thrall.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'll have to remember to get his token then after when I'm putting
gonna
everybody
look-
on this map.
I keep
I'm gonna
forgetting
look-
about.
It's alright, I do too.
Cat
So-
and going. They don't need to eat. They don't need to sleep. They see like I can. They don't. They're one thing. They're the. You know, when you raise dead or resurrect one of us, the soul comes back to the fucking corpse and you shove them in together. They're one thing. I don't. It's not of this plane. I don't know how to tell you. Kate's freaking the fuck out and just going, I spent too much time reading about these things. I don't want to be.
Okay.
Is it?
It's okay.
Is it friendly, Cade?
No! Do you think things that sound like that are friendly, Dino?
I don't know. Dinosaurs are friendly. And they like to roar.
They're not friendly to most people, the ones that roar. We just have an exception to the
Well,
rule
anyway, I
here.
say we keep going. We can't. We don't even know where this thing is anyway.
So,
Anyway, I cast enhanced diplomacy just in case I have to threateningly tell them to fuck off.
okay. Dino gives himself
Sense motive.
enhanced
Hello.
diplomacy. So you guys,
Yes, Lily said sense motive.
Can I please?
sure.
Give you guidance.
I just talked over her, and so I wanted to make sure she actually got hurt. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all
No,
good.
no, this is my first time actually speaking.
That's diplomacy.
It's fine.
That is diplomacy.
Shit.
Why do you have a plus 20
Sorry.
diplomacy?
I don't know.
Because she's a charisma caster.
Where is
That's-
sense mo? There it is.
That's the S button.
The S button.
32.
Spellcraft, survival,
Yo.
swim. No, okay, so I
I'm
mean
assisting.
this howl sounds like it's coming from a great distance away. So it's hard to really answer the question, what did it mean by this? But given the fact that it sounds like it's coming from, given all of Cade's knowledge rather, and the fact that it must have been a pretty sizable creature that made this noise, it's likely not a friend. But as you all look around, you don't see where this could have come from.
Kate just kind of throws her hands up and looks at Dino and going, I guess onwards, this deed.
So-
Okay.
You guys press on, and you eventually get close enough to the cabin to land near it. I will begin putting everybody on the map. Well, first I always forget to do this. Turn the daylight mode on.
I'm gonna stay in my Quetzalcoatlus form until we have to go inside.
That's what, huge or large or
It's huge.
huge? Gigadino.
Go.
Feel free to arrange yourselves however you want. I just gotta grab the thrall. The feeble-minded metal man thrall.
I'm here in front, like standing right in front of his gangly weird arm wing gate thing.
So, what you see before you is a split log tower that abuts the cliff face, and it rises from a workshop on the ground level to a larger cabin that is perched on the cliff's edge 60 feet above you. The rough wooden structure is so overgrown that it almost appears as an extension of the rock face. The ground to the south of the lower structure is a steep embankment over which there is a chute that protrudes from the structure's southern wall. At the base of the embankment is a large pile of fine black sand that spreads out in a deposit that's been striated by years of erosion. The ground surrounding the pile is barren of any plant life, with the exception of a single sagging pine tree located here. There are faint traces of a footpath that lead to the workhouse doors, though it appears obvious that none have come this way in many years.
Look at the tree and see if anything supernatural happened to it.
Okay. So let's see here. All right. So you approach the tree, or you're just looking from there, or what?
I'm gonna approach the tree.
Okay. You approach the tree.
I'm going to also help approach the tree from a slightly different angle.
All right. So go ahead and make a knowledge nature check.
I don't take those.
All right. So, Dino, the first thing you notice about this tree is that the branches are encrusted with what appears to be some kind of fungus. And although you and Dream and the rest of you have seen a few different types of fungus in your travels, this one in particular looks pretty nasty compared to the others. It appears to be growing and sort of wrapping itself around the branches of the tree even before your very eyes, even in these harsh winter conditions. This fungus is quite quite alive and quick in its sort of takeover. Additionally, this tree appears to have been dead for quite a bit. Based on your initial observation, it may be the fungus itself that killed the tree. It may have been some other agent that caused the fungus to grow, or they could be unrelated. Your best guess is that it's either the fungus or maybe like some kind of poison, as you would know that a pine tree of this size should be able to stand up to these elements.
Oh dear.
What do I know of the What do I know about the fungus?
Well, let's see. I'll make another check for that. Let's see. Yeah, another knowledge nature check, please.
I don't. Fuck.
So the only thing you can really gather about this fungus is that whatever it attaches itself to, it attacks quickly.
So it was recently alive.
Find attacks quickly.
So
swarm whatever it's on.
Yeah, so to be clear, this doesn't like provide any insight on how recently this tree was killed. It's what I mean by that is that when it latches onto something, or it somehow like gets inside of an organism's body, so to speak, it's a very fast acting fungus. Like the effects that it can impart onto its sort of host or target, it all progresses very quickly. At this time, as you are inspecting, one of the thicker branches of the tree is actually going to swing toward you in an attempt to grab you.
Me?
Actually, both of you, since you're
I was.
both next to it. Okay, let's see your current. Okay, both of you are grappled. As you now see that this tree is actually an undead.
Oh my.
Well, shit. Guess you're gonna be involved in this.
It's true.
But yes, we're gonna need initiative rolls now. But
Let's go.
Is this considering entanglement?
Fuck you, Trey.
no, you're simply grappled.
Okay, so something like this. That's a move action, obviously.
Can't we just go somewhere
Yep.
and have a lovely walk and get what we need and not have to fight a thing? Is that so hard to ask?
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently.
Woo!
In my defense, I thought a thorough investigation would give us a good idea of what the hell's around here, but apparently a dead is on the table. To know.
God damn it! I'm trying this new thing called hydrating, and now I gotta pee up.
Okay, no worries. Just need okay. Never mind.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Dear Lord, those sounds are ominous.
Yep. No, this is just the one tree.
Just throwing shit at us. And moving and just ripping its roots out. Okay.
Yeah, kind of just thrashing about, yeah. So, Ursuline gets the first go. She's gonna move down here. And she's gonna start blasting. Is that really its touch AC? Jesus.
Is it high?
No. No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
It is low.
I think it's the lowest I've seen so far on any
That's
monster.
amazing. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're a fucking tree mostly stuck in the place, not really able to agility move.
Yeah. So let's see. This is a lot of damage as she fires. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's not the crit because she moves, so it's going to be one in rapid shot. So that is it is a bit resistant to her bullets. But she still does a fair amount of damage. as she shoots it twice. It is Lily's turn.
Hello. I am going to buff people
Okay.
with full strength.
All right.
Can I reach everyone?
Yep, you can.
Cool. I don't gotta move. Let's go.
Mass bull strength for everyone.
Maybe I should have done. It's fine.
Okay. Did you want to move at all, or?
No,
Okay.
no thanks.
It is Jareem's turn.
Okie dokie. Alright, we got an undead tree, eh?
A.
That is right.
I'm gonna send Metal Man running at him.
Okay.
Actually, wait, first. Nah, yeah, I'll send him.
Okay. So Metal Thrall Man is going to fly over, as he has a fly speed. So he will fly in, and he will attempt to, I guess, bonk him.
Actually, I'm gonna fly behind him, and I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person on him while we're flying.
Okay. So big Metal Thrall Man
Big Metal Thrall Man.
flies in, and basically just tries to punch the tree, because you guys took his staff. So he flies in and he punches the tree and he rolls a 16, which is a miss.
I'm gonna try the Scorching Wand. Actually, no, I'll do the Lightning.
Okay.
Is
Alright.
my volume okay, guys?
Yeah. What I miss?
Not much.
We're getting fucked up by a tree.
Little tree.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll use magic device for the wand, and I will go ahead and roll the save for the tree. Okay, yeah, so you managed to activate the wand pretty effortlessly. The tree rolls an 8 on the save, which is a failure.
Yes.
I mean, he had a staff. You guys took it.
I know.
But yeah, full 38 points of damage, as it is not resistant to electricity.
Very nice. I'll end my turn.
So a very solid hit there. Okay, Cade.
Alright. Cade seeing this thing is. So does Ursuline make a point that it's easy to hit? Because I don't want to like mitigate, but
Yeah, she would have shouted over like, "Oh, I had no problem hitting it."
yeah, okay. It kind of like her normal self, be like, "Ah, the bullets."
She's
Oh,
like,
hit.
"It's a really big target for my gun."
Yeah, okay. So then, Cade, since they're within
Actually, hear
range.
Kate, because I don't think I can.
Oh, I hear her.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, darling.
I turned my volume down on my input, so I was making sure that it wasn't just that being lower now, which is what was messing with the, my stutter is terrible.
I hear you fine.
Hey, Arcade.
Hello, hello. I'm gonna walk up to the tree, or it's actually I'm gonna stay where the fuck I am. And I'm realizing it's wood. And I change my mind on everything, staring at it, and I just stay focused staring at it and just kind of say, you have no power over me, and focus on the point of its limbs that are wrapped around me. To see if I can literally use that to burn that joint.
Okay.
And like that's where I want the fire to start.
Okay. So let's see. Blistering invective. That intimidate roll is not high enough, unfortunately.
Okay, is there anything within 30 feet of me that I can't see?
Roll perception.
Well, because it just hits any enemy within 30 feet of me.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a radius. So yeah, I guess I'm trying to see if I perceive anything else getting hurt. Which
no, you don't spot anything else.
Okay, so like my brain was thinking like I would see like a puff of smoke or something if I did actually hit something from beyond walls or something. So then, do I my move action? Since I can't move, can I still utilize an action that uses movement?
What do you want to do?
Use my death field to see if that actually causes an effect on him.
Oh, sure, yeah, you can do that. Let me scroll up because I know you activated it. Here we go.
I don't know if it will affect him, but it's the thought.
Yeah, so this certainly does not fall into the category of a small plant, and either way, as an undead creature, you can actually, as it's grabbing you, you can actually look into its jaws and see that within its what looks like it would be his mouth, it's just full of skulls.
I was hoping it might help with like the entangle.
No, it's like physically grappling you. It's
It's grappling. Okay, yeah, it's worth a shot. Well, if any minor things come up around me, I have that activated still, and
Yep.
I end my turn.
Okay. Dino, your turn.
Oh,
I did.
actually, I am going to end it next turn
You're gonna end the death field next turn. Okay.
because it gives fast healing 1 to anything undead.
Oh yes. That it
Alright.
does.
I quickly apologize and look at Dino and go, "That backfired. I'm sorry," and I end my turn.
I haven't even been one round yet. I'm already sick of this thing. So I'm gonna summon some fire seeds here.
Okay.
And the boys will be placed right here. I can reach.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's technically touch, so yeah. It's
No, I'm not yeeting the acorns at it. I have a bunch of holly berries.
Right,
I'm
right,
placing them
okay.
all right here.
yeah. So let's see here. Hollyberry bombs.
It's 1d8 plus 15.
So yeah, each bomb can be tossed 5 feet. So that's still good enough to get it within, on the thing, because like here.
I know, but I have 15-foot reach, so I want to move it right there.
Right, I'm saying that like no matter where you throw it, wherever you throw it from, so like the edge of your. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you throw them towards like the roots of the tree. Yeah, and 8 of them, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that they explode within a 5-foot range, which hits me and the thrall. So I'm not trying to throw them since I have 15-foot reach normally. I just want to place them somewhere else.
Yeah, and the problem is that you're currently being grappled. So for starters, I'm gonna need a concentration check to cast a spell.
Okay. Hey.
All right, that looked pretty good. Let's see here.
Someone's got something coming through their mic in the background.
And it's gone. And it's gone.
So let's see here. DC for casting the spell is going to be... All right, so yeah, because you rolled a natural 20, you struggle with all your might, and you do manage to get the spell off. So that is going to be 8 of those bombs. Reflex save for the tree.
So just out of curiosity, even if I have more reach because I'm a larger sized creature, can I not put my holly berries further than I want to?
As per the spell text, no matter wherever you're reaching to and releasing the berries from, they can only be thrown an additional 5 feet from wherever you release them. So it's the edge of your reach plus 5 feet.
Oh, so the edge of my reach plus 5 feet is alright, I move it here.
So yeah, this is even within your reach here. This is 15 feet, and then you could go here for another 5. Or, you know, yeah.
So it just rolls damage, or do you want me to do it?
Well, yeah, no, you got the... I'm just taking the... I mean, you could roll them individually if you want, but I've... Anytime you use them, I've just taken this... Whatever the roll is, and just I multiply it by 8 for times the number of bombs. You know?
Alright, that'll be easier. That's fine.
Alright, so that is 18 times 8. It's a 19 on the save, which is a failure.
Let's go.
Resulting in... Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
That is, if my calculations are correct, that is a total of 216 points of fire damage.
Bitch!
As you might guess...
Well, okay then.
As you might guess, being a tree, it is vulnerable to fire.
Yes! How much damage?
216, that's the final number. Vul included. It was... Just the bomb damage itself was 144, and then it's additional 50% of that on top. So, 216.
Yes! How is it still alive?
You remain grappled as the undead tree just wails in agony from being burned. But yeah, for the moment, the tree still stands.
Oh god.
What's Chomper doing?
Chomper's gonna walk on over, he's gonna bite the fucker. I'm sick of him.
Okay.
40, it's almost movement, that's close enough.
It's close enough.
Item Chomper. Yeah, power attack, you do have power attack on. Chomper, we give you a 40 power attack. Need you to bite this bow. I am very concerned that he survived 216 damage.
Yeah, that is a bit weird, huh?
Bite.
He survived that?
He survived the 216 damage.
I'll explain shortly. So Chomper sinks his teeth into the bark of the tree. You know, Chomper very quickly assesses where a weak point might be, given that it's currently occupied by grappling the two of you. And Chomper goes in with an attack and really hits the mark. The grip on the two of you releases. The tree slumps and actually falls over. As when Dino's holly berries hit it, it survived with 3 hit points. And And Chomper just looks back at you and just says, "Well, that was easy."
I know, right? Easy clap.
I'm so
216. Let's go.
Yeah, the hit points that I had rolled for that initially, I think was like 279 or something like that. Like it was a lot.
A beefy boy.
Beefy boy indeed. Yeah. So you do find a few bits of treasure on the ground. There is a torn open backpack that appears to have been emptied of all of its contents. A search of the ground finds roughly 300 gold pieces.
Very nice.
And oops, did not mean to do that. Where is? Just removing the grapple conditions from both of you. You find what appears to be some sort of potion vial or some kind of liquid inside of a glass vial. There's a diamond on the ground.
Okay.
This is worth, well, you need to appraise it actually. But yeah, it's a pretty decent sized diamond. And there's also a bundle of what appears to be crossbow bolts.
Cat, we have a diamond and crossbow bolts over here.
Sweet.
Are they actually what they appear to be?
Roll.
Only one way to find out.
Now, when you say are they what they appear to be, you mean just like is it an illusion or is it?
Kate's trying to interact with it with the mage.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Letting like anyone else actually touch them. I don't trust the way you've been wording things tonight.
That's fair.
So, I don't want to die.
But my brain has been mush all day, so I blame that. But
Well, that's fair, but it's been giving a lot of like suspense. He was like, "Yeah, well, it appears to be this." And I'm like, "Oh, is it a fucking mimic? Do
hey, man, I gotta
crossbow bolts that are a mimic that I'm just gonna get my hand bitten off from?"
I gotta play up some suspense. This is a good time to do it. So, yeah, you use your mage hand to scoop up all of the items on the ground. Everything appears to be on the level. Nothing happens to the mage hand when it picks everything up.
I shrug and look at everyone, and then kind of move them towards Cat, the crossbow specifically, bolts, and I'm like, eh?
I'm just listing off what you found. So,
Out of curiosity, did the fungus survive?
The fungus actually continues to crawl up the branches of the now dead for good this time tree.
Very nice. Hey, Dream, how does undead fungus sound?
I love it.
Trust me, this is very deadly stuff. Cade, I'm gonna need your assistance. Can you use your mage hand to collect us some fungus?
Yes? Cade
Appreciate you.
says, and
What does this
sends
fungus
the
do?
hand unsuredly at the fungus.
Not sure if I can try again to try and figure out what the fungus is, but initially all I know that it's dangerous stuff compared to any other fungus we've ever come across before. Where if it crawls on something, or God forbid if it gets in your body somehow, it's doing serious damage.
Go ahead and make another nature check now that you're like no longer under pressure to like try to identify it, or at least like learn some of its properties.
Guidance.
Okay, so
Hey.
this fungus behaves as a fast-acting virus once it's able to enter something's bloodstream. As far as what it does in terms of game mechanics and such, filaments of fungus entering the bloodstream just absolutely rip through the body of any living creature damaged by any sort of weapon. In this case, it would be like the branches of the trees as it would attempt to like slam into you, for example. And anything that is hit and exposed to the fungus in this way through an injury takes 1d6 points of dexterity damage. And enough of this fungus could kill something. So it can be very, very lethal if used improperly, or if you happen to, oopsie daisy, I cut myself and it's in my body now.
Oh, that's terrifying.
So that's the very important detail. It can't be in the body, it needs to be in the bloodstream. So if someone eats it, theoretically, it wouldn't do anything. Would it?
I mean, given the process of, given the body's natural process of absorbing nutrients from eating into the bloodstream, yeah, you wouldn't want to eat it either.
Also, spores will go everywhere, so even though you
That-
eat it, it's probably gonna go any place that can, and your membrane.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Dream, I'm thinking of a weapon or an instrument of torture / interrogation. What do you think?
Wait, what does it do?
Basically, if it gets in your bloodstream, bad things happen.
It gets in your bloodstream. Goodbye, woman.
What I'm thinking, Dream, is either place it on weapons, or at least a certain type of weapon, or it could be used for interrogation if need be. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it.
Alright, Cade, collect some of the fungus for us, please.
What? Oh, okay, just haphazardly sputters out another mage hand. While also
That's what it does. Just on top of the mage hand.
Oh, that's lovely. Cade's
Oh my.
got a spark readied in the other hand to incinerate it if necessary. And then he's holding it in the mage hand going like, okay, where's this going now? Just like, just
Hey, got any
really
containers?
extended arm, just awkwardly holding things out grossly.
Well, Urslan also has her mask that she can use to give herself better praise on gems, so she volunteers herself as well, as long as
Very nice.
Kim stepped away, so she'll do that. That's a 22.
Bats heal the stupid tree. I'm sorry, guys.
The diamond is worth roughly 3,000 gold.
Very nice. Very nice.
As far as the crossbow bolts, if anyone wants to inspect those to see whether they are just mundane or otherwise, feel free. As well as the liquid in the vial.
Ooh, Tim.
Yes.
I'm gonna use the organs that I cleaned out and prepared to use for bags. I'm gonna use it to collect the fungus.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And for easy sake, I'm gonna use its stomach. So how much fungus can we fit?
Inside of the dragon's stomach, I would say pretty much all of it.
We're collecting all of it, guys.
Oh god.
What do you mean, oh god? Trust me, there's one man who can use this to its full effectiveness, it's Dream.
I know, but still, it's a bit risky.
Not really, just don't let it get in your bloodstream. And also, the stomach bag is very secure.
Oh, I'm getting it.
No, Cade's using Mage Hand to collect it, and I'm using my dragon stomach bag to collect all of it. So now we have all the fungus.
Yes, very good.
I can already picture the bombs that Dream is going to make out of it, or something like that.
Something's coming.
Applying it to his faux shard, or just covering the metal thrall in the fungus. Be like, hey man, just go rub yourself on someone. Like, we'll cut them open. You just
Or
give them a hug.
fungus
Fungus
So
bread,
Dream,
yes.
bread.
Dream, Dino,
Wow.
Yes.
do either one of you want this 3K diamond?
Dream might be able to use it for future resurrections.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So
Alright.
it's less than the cost of a raised dead, but I mean, you can always, one other application for it is you can always pound it out into diamond dust for other spells. That's also an option. Whatever the situation calls for.
That's true.
Oh hell yeah! But I
Well,
said
well,
we keep
as-
it whole for now, and we chop it up when needed.
As I've said, if no one else wants it, I'll take it. But
But yeah, and then I'll just need a spellcraft check for the other items,
All right, Dream, you're up.
as one of
Give
them
you
is
guidance.
at least one of them is magical. Given that it is
Le spellcraft.
okay, so I'll do the liquid in the vial first. This is what's known as an elixir of the peaks. This is a pretty powerful substance. This gives the person who drinks it the ability to scale and survive in mountainous terrain with great skill. The drinker of the elixir is treated as if they are acclimated to all high altitudes lower than a death zone category of altitude. The drinker also gains a +2 competence bonus on all survival checks made at elevations of 5,000 feet or higher, which currently you are just below 5,000 feet. The drinker also gains a +10 competence bonus on climb and survival checks made in mountainous terrain. The bonus to survival here does stack with the altitude bonus. And finally, the drinker gains the benefits of endure elements. And whoever drinks the elixir of the peaks has these effects for 8 hours.
Very nice.
Hey, sorry, I keep running out.
You're good. And you're just in time, actually, because we are spellcrafting the items, and the crossbow bolts are indeed magical.
Awesome. And apparently, I need to do an appraisal.
I had Ursula take care of it because she has her miser's mask for the gems. It was just to find out
Okay.
the value of the diamond. So, these crossbow bolts, 18 of them in all. They are +1 crossbow bolts, and they also have 2 additional abilities on them. Let's see here. One sec. Okay, that's how you say that. All right. Cool. All right. So the first enchantment that is on, or ability rather, that is on these crossbow bolts is the Seeking enchantment. This is a special ability that causes the bolts to almost curve towards their targets, negating any mischances that would apply from things like concealment. You still have to aim your weapon at the correct location of the enemy, but if it's hiding behind a rock or something, the bolt will go around it to hit them, and you won't be subject to any penalties from concealment.
Awesome.
The second ability is called Limning. This is meant to counter forms of magical concealment. So the bolt, when it strikes the target, it essentially outlines the target as if it were under the effects of a fairy fire spell. And like I said, it counters magical concealment such as blur, displacement, invisibility. And this counters, if it was a spell, if it was a spell like ability, supernatural, but the extraordinary ability of category is not affected by that, which, if it pops up, I'll make sure to explain. This particular enchantment does nothing against creatures that are hiding by non-magical means, but again, that's what Seeking is meant to take care of. So it's basically a full counter against anything that's trying to conceal itself from you. There are 18 of these bolts, and they're all just bundled up nicely for you. So, as you were the only one with a crossbow, well, only one that actively uses a crossbow, I imagine you'll be taking them.
Famously so.
Yes. And that is all of the treasure.
I do still have 67 standard crossbow bolts.
You do, yes.
Oh, I don't have to worry about running out.
Yeah, no. Okay, no. And also, God forbid, I run out of spells. I at least have a way to try.
Trying is half the battle.
Right? I would say so.
That's right.
So I no longer have any hope for this cabin. A fucking gargantuan undead tree is outside of it.
Why does that remove your hope from the situation? What do you mean?
Not remove hope. I mean, I lose faith in all goodness of this cabin. It's probably a hunk of shit. But we must press onwards.
Well, those of you who were present for Brodert's explanation of the situation and what he knew, it does sit in the back of all your minds that maybe this is the cabin he was talking about, or the base of operations for the dwarves that he mentioned. You can certainly, of course, not go in the cabin. That's your right, but
Okay, Kay's looking for the door.
oh, the door. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
go on the cabin.
the footpath leads actually around this way.
Then I'm gonna go that way.
And we
So-
go that way.
So it goes up, and eventually you get to a set of double doors that are up to. Whoops, I'm not my paying thing on. Yes, here.
Kid was just walking around the edge of the buildings. They figured that would be the easiest way to find the entrance. Started by the bottom, and now we're here.
All right. So, yes, there. Well, additionally to these double doors, I should have mentioned that you also found a single door down here. So two potential points of entry. So you go ahead and you inspect the doors. There is a lock on the door. However, the lock is pretty badly rusted in appearance.
I'm gonna look at Cat and just go, is knock a cantrip? Because if so, knock. Please.
Who needs knock when you have an Ursulin?
Then Kate also just grabs on the lock and like tries to like poke it off.
So I guess you guys call Urslan over. She-
Red Rover, send Ursulin over.
She takes a look at the lock, and she sees the condition that it's in, and instead of pulling out her lock picking tools, she's actually just going to pull out her pepper box, and she just blasts the lock off the door.
I just look and go, that's definitely a way to work.
You're good at a solution to every problem you come across, isn't it?
So,
Kate looks over and goes, "No, definitely not everything." And
Ain't
if
one
it,
problem she doesn't solve with gun.
Kate just smirks.
one of the double doors just very like weakly swings open after the lock has been shot off of it. Inside there are dusty remains of what appears to be mining equipment. You find rotten remnants of wheelbarrows, shovels, picks, sacks that perhaps were meant to hold ore, um, panning plates, as well as other various items related to mining stacked about the storage room. Um, all of the items in here are covered in what appears to be, in additional to dust and, oxidation. Um, everything looks like it's covered in a thick layer of frost. Um, a a brief look at everything in here tells you that any of the equipment that is in here is likely useless by now. There also don't appear to be any additional doors or entryways to the cabin from here, as this simply appears to be some kind of storage room.
So I'm gonna ask everyone, not ask everyone, I'm gonna ask Ursula if she thinks it's booby trapped, and if not, going to quickly go in to survey if that frost is magical or not, and see if there's, and ask her to see if there's any secret tunnels or doors.
Secret tunnel.
Okay, so yeah, I can. I'll have her. We'll say that she prepped detect secret doors. As she goes inside. Very nice.
Perception.
So Urslan takes, uh, even though she's quick about it, it's still an especially thorough check of the whole storage room. She comes back out and she says that she didn't find any sort of secret passageways in the room. She also believes that the frost that covers all of the items in here is natural.
Damn.
Seems good to me.
No secret tunnels. So
Not
then I
yet.
go in there and see if there's anything that we can use, and if there's any hints on where the fuck the doors went. And then move on to the main house. Is Kate's suggestion to everyone. Oh, look at Cat surviving.
All right,
Cat's doing a
so
what now?
You rolled a nat 20 on survival. Accidentally, it looks like.
I'm like, how'd I roll survival?
I don't know, but you did it. You rolled
You did
a nat
it.
20 on it.
Alright, before we
The
continue
one
further,
time I don't need a nat 20 on something.
Cat is thriving in this cold.
She's like, what cold, guys? What are you fucking talking about? This is fucking amazing.
She has the Snowkeeper's charm. She's thriving.
Sorry guys, I'm not feeling great.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll get there.
Don't worry.
All right, so Urslan kind of looks at everyone and says, "Well, we saw another door, right? Should I go check that one?"
okay, before
Yeah.
we do, I'm gonna use my wand to cast Dark Skin and Bear's Endurance 7 times for 6 of us and Chomper.
Okay. So I'll get caught up on adding that to everybody's sheets in a minute. But yeah, Dino goes ahead and uses his 2 wands, so that brings the number of charges on each down from 50 to 43. And you all have the benefits of Bark Skin and Bear's Endurance.
Hey, let's go.
So +4 to your Constitution if you don't already have a bonus to that. That results in extra hit points. Bark Skin, of course, is a natural armor increase.
3
And-
plus 5 for everyone.
Yep. And with that,
Okay.
Ursulin is going to lead the way down to the other door, which is over here. She takes a quick look at this one. This door also has a lock on it. This lock, rather than being badly rusted over, this lock is more corroded. She thinks that she might actually have to pick this one, as it appears the corrosion has somehow made the lock sturdier in a way, and probably not as susceptible to simply blasting it off with her gun. But she's going to start going about picking the lock. And with a 40, she does so relatively effortlessly.
Let's go.
Takes her only a few seconds to kind of get it free. She credits the practice that she got from working on the scroll case, with Cade frantically reading out runes. And she opens the door. This room appears to be sort of a lower entryway into the cabin. This is a room that has a floor that consists of just bare planks. No rugs or other carpeting or covering for them. To the east, there is a wide double door that also has a lock on it. Additionally, there is a curtain that sits here next to the doors that appears to be concealing a separate space. The dry boards within the room still appear to be stout, as they have successfully remained sealed from the elements over the years.
Okay. That's kind of foreboding, because that means the doors have been gone for quite some time.
Alright, I'm gonna wild shape out into my normal human form, and then I'm gonna recommend that everyone goes inside.
The main part, not the storage room, right?
Yeah, the main part.
Okay. Then yes, I follow.
Okay.
Keeping my eyes peeled.
So, as I described, as you enter, here, I'll just move Ursulin's token inside first. There are a set of double doors with another lock on it. There's also a curtain here. Dumbledore.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Ron.
You mean Dumbledore?
Ron Weasley. Dumbledore.
I'm so glad.
Oh,
Harry
God.
Potter. Harry Potter. Ooh, Harry Potter.
I
Harry
hate
Potter.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I found-
unlocked.
I found the source of the ticking. It's a pipe bomb. Yay.
Yay! We've just dated ourselves a little bit there
YouTube
for
was in
everyone else.
chat.
A little bit,
Now
yeah.
it got weird.
Still upset that the TV series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is still UK only and never made it over here.
I agree.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared now, but it's only in the
No.
UK.
The series is dope, though, I'm not gonna lie.
I believe it. I really want to watch it.
Wait. You've seen this series and you're not in the UK?
I mean, there are ways to watch.
I am, but
Yeah,
NordVPN.
yeah, VPNs. and
Which is our sponsor for today's episode.
I walked right into that one.
NordVPN.
I was about to say.
I walked right into that. Okay, so yeah, inside this entryway here, like I said, your choices are try
Back on rails.
to pick the lock on the double doors or see what's behind the curtain, or both.
Both.
What's behind curtain number 1?
All right, so behind behind the curtain, as let me see, is there dynamic lighting for this? No, there isn't. So you can see
So
what's.
Can Kate just say fuck it and just smash the door open with the tenderizer?
You can certainly try.
Oh, I don't like that answer.
Well,
I don't
no,
like
like
how you answer about anything.
any-
It's not safe. I'm doing it. I'm not changing my plan, but god damn it makes me scared. You
any
try.
look, smashing a lock is always an option. Aside from simply trying to pick the lock, that's always an option.
Wait, can I have knock?
Mimic
You-
door.
Yes,
do,
you
but
you do have knock.
I absolutely just wanted to.
Can I, Cat's like, hold on, before we do that, can I just try to open it?
You can
Yeah.
absolutely unlock it, and I'm still smashing it with a hammer out of spite.
Okay, that's totally cool. Yeah, so go ahead and.
I'm just imagining Cade's mid swing, and you going actually, and then just this little hand just comes and goes, boop, and the thing starts to open, and I'm just like, oh god.
So go ahead and make a caster level check, and you get a +10. Oh wait, never mind. It's already here. The unlock thing. I mean, well, natural 20 even better. So. Yeah, so 43. That's easily enough. Yeah, you use your magic to essentially pick the lock, opening the set of double doors, which Cade then goes and smashes with the hammer anyway, just for good measure. Behind the curtain is a small chamber that appears to be mostly barren. Against the far wall, there is a cot with a wood frame. There is a rough-looking mattress made of straw on top of it, and a frankly threadbare blanket. The elements have not been kind to this setup here. There is underneath the cot. There is a pair of old work boots that appear to be crusted with the dried remains of old mud.
Old mud. So Boots came in but never left. So where's the body?
I guess we'll find out.
Kate saying that in character.
It might just be like a low barren shoe rack. I'm just saying.
Is anyone inspecting this tight
Yes.
space in here? Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Let me in. What? It's so bad. So bad.
I mean, it's not terrible. So you take a look around. You start, feeling things. You even pick up the pair of boots to sort of inspect them closer. You take each boot and you kind of like, turn it on its side. Maybe get a good look at like the mud. Maybe try to think like, oh, how long has it been? Perhaps. When you tilt the left boot, an item actually falls out of it. As a dagger falls to the floor. This dagger, the blade of the dagger has a slight discoloration on it. Hard to tell exactly what caused that, but all the same, free dagger apparently as it falls to the floor.
Very nice.
Is it a trap dagger?
Roll spellcraft.
Guidance.
It is not trapped, and it is actually, in fact, magical.
Ah. What
This-
kind of magic?
So this is a where's the special ability?
I'm just cold.
Okay, so this is a special kind of dagger known as a punching dagger. It is meant to be sort of held almost like sideways, and the blade is supposed to protrude out of like the closed fist that holds the hilt of the dagger. This is a +3 enhancement on this punching dagger. No additional abilities, just a +3 enhancement. And also the discoloration was caused by some sort of poison that was applied to the blade, but the poison itself has long since dried up and flaked off of the blade, leaving behind just the remnants of it. Uh, the blade itself is harmless in terms of, is it going to poison you if you cut yourself with it? It's not going to poison you.
Okay. I'm going to pocket this for later and see if I can find anything else, like if there's any names denoted or symbols or anything in the belongings that I've found. Might keep it on the
Two will
booze.
search around the room to make sure there's
There's
nothing
like-
we're missing here.
1 second.
One.
Oh. Okay. You're all on for the ride. There's like a helicopter hovering right above my house.
Oh shit!
Hello.
Enemy hind inbound.
Oh, it's caught all over again.
Enemy AC-130 above.
I was
They
like,
had to
"What the
change the names.
Dude, that reminds me, just to go on a real short tangent. When I used to play, when Andrew used to run with us in Call of Duty, my brother Andrew, he used to say the absolute funniest shit when like certain kill streaks got used. So one time, he got hit with like an enemy like EMP, and you just hear him like over the mic in our party chat, just like screaming. He's like, "Mom, there's something wrong with the TV." Because he had like no HUD on his screen. And so he's just like yelling that there's something wrong with the TV. It's too good. Anyway, yeah, so as far as any sort of like identifying characteristics, there is a small symbol that has been etched into the hilt of the dagger. There's no words accompanying the symbol.
I swear to God.
What?
It better not be the one I think it is.
What is it? What do you think it is?
I'll say, Tim, what is it?
So it's not like, it doesn't appear to be like a Thessalonian rune or anything like that, if that's what you were thinking. It's not like, oh, this is a rune of greed on the dagger or anything. No. It's it kind of looks like sort of like perhaps like a family seal, or could even be the seal of like, like a place, like a city or something.
Oh, thank God. I was thinking it was the goddamn Sahedron.
Oh, no, not a Sahedron. Not a Sahedron.
Right.
Yeah.
Sahedron.
The Sahedron is the 7-pointed star that you've been seeing like all over the place.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, so behind the doors. That's right. I've already removed the dynamic lighting blocks. So, as Kat knocks the door open, the first thing that you all notice is that the air within this chamber that has been sealed for, I mean, who knows how long, is just downright putrid. The back wall of this room is actually the solid rock of the cliff face itself.
Oh shit.
From the western set of double doors up here, there is a short ramp that rises about 5 feet up, which is also the elevation of the rest of the plank floor. Throughout the room, you see mounds of dust and rocky debris that clutter the floor. There's also a series of rusty mechanical equipment, large copper tanks to, I guess, hold things, I guess would be what they're used for. There are also several tools that appear to be used in chipping away at ore or crushing rock. These sit upon wooden tables that are old and kind of in disrepair. They appear to be sagging a bit. From one of the debris piles, you see the handle of a shovel. And hanging from hooks beside the doors that you've just opened are two pairs, rather, of thick leather gloves that are elbow length, and these gloves are pretty badly stained through just whatever they've been used for. So I would like, based on token positioning, I would like Lily and Kat to make a perception check, please.
Valid.
Guidance.
Sorry, my thing keeps disappearing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, a good roll of perception.
So both of you lean in a bit, wanting to try and catch every small detail about the space. Do either of you step into the room?
Sure.
I'll step in.
Okay, so you both step in. If any of you are following them in, I'll make more space.
Oh.
Okay, so anyone who is also entering can make the perception check as well.
Kid's gonna stay on the other side of the door, but
Guidance.
in view of everyone,
Okay.
but not going through the threshold.
Okay. Dream, are you entering or are you staying where you are? Yeah, you're going in. That's a huge perception roll. All right, so yeah. For now, Cade and Ursulin are.
What do you say no for?
Well, I'll tell you why he's saying no. He's rolled 2 1s and a 2 on perception tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's more like a 4.
Why did my perception go down? It was a 27 before.
The advanced eyeballs are not so advanced. Wait, hold on. I could have sworn I 15.
Yeah, the stats were lower before.
Yeah, hold on. Because I remember looking at your sheet and seeing that something was off, but I don't remember what it was, and I don't remember if it was perception or if it was something else.
Wisdom-based skills are.
Right. So let's see. You got +5 from your wisdom, 15 ranks, +2 from. Wait. 5 and 15, 20. Let me uncheck that for a second. What do you have a -2 to? Oh, for some reason the debuffs from the Iron Cages of Lust were still checked off. That's why. I don't know how that happened.
Ew.
I didn't do that. But
I don't know either. Anyway, that's supposed to be a 31.
So yeah, so we'll treat that as a 32 because guidance.
Okay, let's go.
So the 4 of you who enter the space, as you are looking around, after a few moments, all 4 of you notice the same thing. There appears to be in the corner over here an image of some kind. It appears to be the shadowy image of a dwarf. This dwarf appears to shift from right around here to the far corner where Lily has the best angle to look upon him. This dwarf perhaps appears how he did in life. His appearance is he is a balding dwarf with a couple of scattered facial scars. He has a very thick, full beard that at the ends that hang down from his face has been separated into sort of 2 almost like cords. He's got like gold rings in his beard to serve that purpose. And as the image sort of continues to manifest before your eyes, the shadowy nature of it starts to fade, and you see this this dwarf almost appear to be like a whole person, like a real person before you. He is squatting in the corner of the room. His back is currently turned towards you, and he appears to be reaching down to the floor and scooping up handfuls of gold dust. He turns around, and you can see that his beard is full of gold dust, and it also appears to be around his lips as if he's eating it. And he turns and he points at Lily first, but each of the four of you in turn who enter the room, and he says, "You have to try this. It's so delicious." And he stuffs another handful of gold dust into his mouth and swallows.
That's like I'm good.
I'm gonna use Sin's motive.
I need the four of you to make a will saving throw.
Wonderful.
Come on.
Can I make a Sin's motive check?
Afterward, yeah.
Make money.
Yes.
Okay, so with those results, Lily, Dino, Jareem, you all look at each other and you're like, this guy's crazy. There's no way this is really
Great.
happening. Like
Oh, shit.
there's no way.
No.
Cat, on the other hand,
Can I re-roll?
no. Cat, on the other hand, something triggers in your mind. You think, when I was on the open seas, gold was just about everything to my crew and I. Like
Maybe
that
it
was
would taste good.
that was a measure of our success. And if this guy's eating it, he says it's delicious.
I mean, gold is so Cat's like, I mean, I've had like stuff covered in gold. Gold is technically safe to eat.
Gold
Like,
is
it should be
lead,
fine.
Cat. No, it is not.
Let me go try some. And you
Yeah. So
you
Cat's
walk
like,
over.
gold's. Cat turns over and like, gold's technically safe to eat. Like, you can have gold. Like,
Can I roll-
there are
can I-
desserts
can I roll-
with
can I
gold
roll
leaf in
a
them?
contested
It's
cat
really
from
cool.
Maggie?
I think I should try some. You guys should totally try some.
So yeah,
Nope.
Cat, you reach down and you.
Can I grab her leg and trip her with a mage hand?
I too would like to stop Cat from eating said gold.
Like, from reaching it? Or is the whole room that they're in already coated in gold? Like, if she falls, is she gonna be face planted in it? Because I'm outside the room.
I'm tempted.
So let me just explain. So Cat,
There's a lot happening.
you lift up a handful of this gold dust, and you go to reach towards your face to consume it. Dino is going to try to stop you, so I'll let him go first, and if he fails, then we'll have the mage hand try as well. So Dino,
Okay.
go ahead and roll to like how like you're just gonna grab Cat and stop her. Like, is that, I imagine?
Yes, I'm physically restraining Cat from eating gold.
Okay, so you're just wrapping her up and restraining her. You're not trying to like knock her to the ground. You're not trying to like do anything like that. You're just grabbing her and restraining her, or just knocking away from her. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll.
And do I need to roll like a?
No, you don't have to roll anything. This is
Okay.
26
Ow.
is. So, with a 26, you grab her successfully. However, Cat, you watch as Cat is like struggling against you to try and just get it in, just get it into her face.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let me have some. Let me have
Here's
some.
a-
It's gonna be
Jareem's
it'll be
gonna
great.
come up and
Just let me
blow
have it.
some
Just let me
powder
have
into
it.
Cat's
It's gonna be
face.
so good. Just let me have it. Just
The mage
just let
hand now
me.
just covers Cat's mouth.
Cat, roll sleight of hand. Okay, so that's lower than Dino's grab. So try as you might, you're unable to get the gold dust close enough to your mouth to start consuming it. During this time, Cade's
Just let me have some. Just let me have some. I promise. It's gonna be okay. Just let me have some.
Cade's
And cover your mouth to keep you from talking.
Cade's mage hand is going to attempt to stop you as well. You said you were going to have it cover Cat's face.
Yes.
I
Alright.
did not. Oh, Cade said that. Yes, Cade said that.
So yeah, Cade, roll a combat maneuver for
'Cause
the mage hand.
I see Dino restraining her, so the last thing I want to do is, if they both go over while he's holding her, is her to face plant and just go hop. Combat maneuver is CMB.
Okay, so the mage hand actually fails to affect Cat
Of course
here.
it does.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to blow the sleep powder into Cat's face.
So like sleepy salts, you're just like,
Yep.
Good night.
all right. So
Dino, hold your breath.
let me Dream, you walk up next to Cat and you have a handful of sleepy salts and you attempt to blow those into Cat's face. Let me see if I set a. Wait, do you even have sleepy salt?
Let me know when I need
You
to
do,
make
yes.
a,
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, hold on. I have to look up the DC for it. Okay, so sleepy salt actually isn't even like an instant sleep thing. It just gives you. It's a delayed effect, so you'll fall asleep in like an hour if this affects you. So yeah, go ahead and.
I have something that puts them to sleep.
I don't remember which one that is. You have so many fucking drugs, dude.
No.
We can go with the sleepy salts for now, but if you find it, I can always rewind and we'll say use that instead. So Kat, go ahead and roll a fortitude save. $26. Yeah, this drug blown in your face does not affect you. You just continue to try and resist Dino's grab, and you already successfully resist the efforts of your other friends as you continue to clutch this gold dust very tightly and try to eat it.
Start dragging her away from the gold dust.
Okay, so you are, let's see here, you are currently still in control of the grapple, so you can roll combat maneuver again to.
Cat's like, it's fine. It's fine. Just let me have the thing. It's okay. It's
Ow, ow.
okay.
Ah, damn it.
Well, you get a +5 because you're already in control of the grapple, so it's a 33.
So,
Yeah, so you can drag her up to half of your speed.
speed's 40.
So you can drag her up to 20 feet. Urslan sees you doing this. She's going to get out of your way.
Thank you. 15. I'm putting her right there in front of Chomper, and Chomper is going to forcefully get the gold dust away from Cat.
All right,
Is
so
this considered a moderate condition affecting her? Or a minor?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
it's actually
I have
not a
an idea.
condition.
Damn it.
She is under the effect of some kind of magic, but it's not a condition.
Oh, well, Kate's thinking through all their mental
Alright,
tricks.
can Chomper also roll to get the gold dust out of Cat's hand?
Yeah, Chomper can roll a combat maneuver as well. He's going to have to use his claws unless you want him to.
He'll use his claws.
Is this considered a compulsion effect or a charm?
Yes, it is considered a compulsion effect.
I'm hitting her with a mental fallback fucking trick.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there like, I promise, it's like, you can eat gold. Seriously, there's desserts made with gold. I'm not making this up.
And
So-
It's lead, you dummy!
Chomper
arguing and about faces, and I look at her and I say, out.
Chomper begins to use his claws and wanting to be gentle, of course, because Cat's still a friend. He begins, doing his best to kind of like scrape the pile of gold dust out of Cat's hand. And He manages to get almost all of it, as there's simply like a whole bunch of like residue left on her hands now, as the rest of it has fallen to the floor. Um, Cade then implants and then immediately triggers a mental fallback trick, which, let's see here.
If it's a charm or a dominate or anything like that, it effectively switches me to the commander of them.
So yeah, so it changes you to the commander of the spell. This is the effect is it is a mass suggestion is what Cat is under right now.
Let's suggest she marches right on over to Lily and asks for that cleanse she's offering.
Yeah, as suggestion lasts for quite a while, so cleanse would certainly take care of that.
I look at Lily and I go, mine's temporary, help!
Wait, if you have a control over Cat, do me a solid, make her do the hokey pokey.
Look at you and I go, next time you lose your sanity, I'll remember to do that to you.
I regret nothing.
Meanwhile, Cash is like, I want to eat the gold.
No, I control you now. You have no wants to eat gold. You just want to run right over to Lily and go get cleansed.
Okay, I run over to Lily and get.
Oh, cleanses self only.
Is
No.
Yes.
Why can't cleanse be used on other people?
Those of you who could see, rather who beat the suggestion, you of course see that this substance that Cat has picked up and attempted to eat is not gold dust in reality.
Fungus. It's
What
fungus.
is it?
No, it's not fungus either.
I took a shot.
Let's see here. What could I use to have you guys
Can someone
identify?
please use their water skin to get that stuff off her hands?
Actually, you know what? Jareem would probably just know what this is, because technically, I guess this could be used as an alchemical item. This room is full of arsenic.
Ooh.
fun.
And that dwarf is
Arsenic also looks nothing like gold. What?
Isn't arson like very
doesn't smell,
poisonous?
That's why.
Yes, arsenic poisoning is a very real thing.
Yeah, so then we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna compel and then suggest that she wants to get away from this stuff and wash her hands of it. Since cleanse doesn't work.
Also, with Jareem's current positioning, I can describe what happens with this dwarf that's still in the room. Jareem, you're sort of fixated on this dwarf now as he continues to just shovel mounds of this, gold dust, air quotes, into his face. As he continues to,
does the compel wear off if I leave the room?
let's see here.
That would be useful.
It says here that.
I can't be compelled to eat the gold dust if there is no gold dust.
Okay, well, here, let me describe what happens. So, Dream, you watch as this dwarf's body begins to shrink in on itself, eventually giving a very emaciated appearance. The body then flies apart in a red-colored explosion of bite-sized morsels of flesh and bone. And in an instant after that, he's gone completely. And then at this point, I would say Kat regains her senses.
What
This is
the
a
hell
strange
just
place.
Cat, you try to eat gold, all right? I don't think I need to tell you that gold is very much lead poisoning. All right, cool.
I mean,
it was also it was
and
worse
lead are
than that.
very different things, and you can't eat gold, but this is not gold. I don't know what the hell this is, but this is not gold.
Okay, see, you agree
arsenic.
with us now.
It's arsenic.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
arson,
what now?
arson is very poisoned.
Arsenic bad.
Alright, so clearly this place is either trapped or there's a curse on it. I suggest the strongest of Will's party members go first.
Kate just kind of looks back and forth and goes, oh. Oh no.
I'd say I'm strong-willed, but apparently I'm not. So I'm a.
I'm gonna head out.
I can commune.
Good on you.
Did I do anything
Yes.
bad?
No,
You
no, I can
lied.
commune.
I mean, Kay was very tempted to make you do the hokey pokey, but I stopped her.
Oh no
I
no
can-
no. You almost
can-
ate arsenic, and I did almost make you do the hokey pokey.
I mean,
I'm
the hokey
staring
pokey is the
daggers
worst
at you,
part of
Dino.
it. It's fine. I'd rather do the hokey pokey than die of arsenic poisoning. What the hell?
DK, so there was justification between your actions. Good on you. Good on you.
I breathed quietly.
Justification of your actions. Did you control me?
Yeah. It's a thing. I did to save you from eating poison.
Yeah, you were gonna die.
You know
I
what?
I can't do
Yeah.
it all. I can't do it all the time. It's only if something else tries to control you first, then I can
No,
go.
it's.
No, me.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Kate's kind of panicking and realizing the implications of me also just willingly and just easily just going, snap your freedom is mine. Hi.
Like, I know you well enough by now that I know you wouldn't normally do that, so thank you for saving me.
Yes. No eating death powder. Also, does Dwarfman? Why is Dwarfman still not dead? Why am I saying Dwarf wrong?
Dwarf.
Because we just went through a very
Here on
scary
now,
thing.
they will now be known as dwarfs.
Dwarf.
I can't say it right.
All right, come on, Kay. We gotta go find the other dwarfs.
Kate just scowls and goes, you know what? They're dwarf. Oh, it's gone. It's dwarfs. Kate's losing it slightly and just looking at everyone, going, okay, we're just gonna ignore the other dwarf and leave and find any other dwarfs that might still be haunted or find out the reason why this place is making people eat arsenic and dwarfs.
So, there is, like I said, there's a set of double doors to dreams left.
Dumbledore, let us in.
Left.
That appears to be the only way to proceed from this room.
Dumbledores, let us in.
Do you want me to knock them again?
Yes. Dumbledores.
This set of doors actually does not appear to be barred or locked in any way.
Okay, so then I'm not going to use knock.
Yeah, no need for a spell. So, you guys push the door open.
I keep forgetting that knock is not a cantrip.
No, it's not. So.
I did mark it off that I used it, but I keep forgetting that it's not a cantrip.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I think it's second level, right? Like that's
it's level 2, yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's the level that you have a shit
but...
ton of spells now because you have that ring, or right? I think it's a ring. Yeah, so it's almost like a cantrip. But yeah, so in this next room, the wooden walls of this musty shaft sort of play as a bit of a contrast to the natural stone of the cliff face to the east, as this once again is a room that has one of its walls as the cliff face. There is a sturdy looking wooden stair and rail starting at the bottom of the shaft, starting right here, and circling up into the heights, running clockwise. Above, its passage is lost in the gloom, like the musty interior of an ancient silo. There's a thick length of chain hanging down the shaft in loops. Its links swaying and clanking softly to the periodic gust of wind that penetrates the walls. There are no windows in this room to pierce the wooden walls. Propped against the eastern wall, being the cliff face, near the door, so right about here, there's an upended wheelbarrow.
is in the wheelbarrow?
That is a really good question, actually. What is in the wheelbarrow?
So it's upended. So you just simply have to move it aside to see whatever contents might have spilled out of it. That's an easy enough task. So any of you could just push it aside or pull it to some other location within the room. And it doesn't appear that anything was inside of it, or if there was, then it's been lost to the time of time in the elements, really.
First two elements.
So nothing of interest here.
I'm also keeping my eyes out for any magical or natural malarkey.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
Guidance. Yeah.
Okay. So 39, that's really good. You here, I'm gonna start moving people into this next room just because
Follow.
staying in the room with the haunt is
Not a good idea.
ill advised. And then I don't know, Chomper back here or something. Oh, and let's also not forget Mithril Man. So, Dino, you take a look at the staircase. You look at really just how you kind of assess like how sturdy it is. If you think it's gonna be able to hold everybody up. As you look higher up the stairs, you do notice there's a hole in the sides of 3 of the steps. It's not a very big hole, but it's enough that you notice it. And there appear to be some kind of mechanics inside of the holes. You also take a few moments to inspect the swaying of the chain that hangs down from the top of this shaft, and you grow suspicious that maybe what's causing it to move is not just the wind.
How high up is the chain going up?
The shaft is roughly 50 feet. So it hangs down to probably, I would say, at your eye level, and then it goes all the way up to the top.
Interesting. All right, 2 things. Urslan, I'm gonna need your assistance. Either we need to disable some 3 holes that seem to have some kind of mechanic in them. I'm assuming a trap. And also, please, for the love of God, no one touch that goddamn chain. I don't trust it. Chain is evil.
Urslan looks at you and she says, I'll start to go up the stairs and I'll see what I can find. And I'm not gonna move her token.
I'm gonna go with her and point exactly where the holes are with the weird mechanic and see if she can either A, figure out what it is, or B, disable it.
Okay, so she leads the way. You make sure to stop her once you believe that that she's getting too close. She is going to take a perception roll first to see if it's indeed some kind of trap or some other nasty thing. It's a 30. It is indeed a trap. She looks at the mechanisms and she says that, yeah, anyone who steps on these stairs gets dumped back down to the floor below us.
Do you think it's dangerous enough we should disable it, or should we just leave it as is and just simply not step on it?
She says, well, if Well, did you inform anyone? I mean, I guess her would be the important one of your suspicions about the chain.
Yeah, I even loudly say, "Do not trust the goddamn."
Oh, that's right.
chain,"
I'm
and she goes,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
God, my bad. So
Oh, it's okay.
so she says, well, maybe that has something to do with the chain, and she is going to begin working to disable it,
I give her guidance.
and she does so without much issue. So the trapped stairs are now disabled. The chain continues to swing back and forth slowly. So either it really is just the elements that are causing it to move, or this disabling the stairs just doesn't really do anything to the chain. It's one or the other.
I'm going to assume neither. I still advise everyone to not touch that goddamn chain. Evil.
What if I touch the chain anyway?
You touch that goddamn chain and you are going to be dragged straight up to the roof and be dead.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I
No,
know
you
everything.
don't. You don't know that.
I'm gonna look at you and say, as our healer, you're not touching the chain.
Oh, come on! Let me touch the chain.
I'll touch the chain and you can watch the events happen. But you,
As
the
a knowledgeable
healer, are
one,
not
you're
one.
also not touching that goddamn chain.
I'm making a point here. I say, looking at
Why are you guys so intent on me not getting harmed? I can take care of myself.
But with,
No,
yes,
you fucking can't!
Can too.
I look.
Why
I
can't
look,
we touch the train?
I look at Lily and then Dream and I say, have we not learned from what Urslan does? That
No.
touching evil things or dangerous things is a bad
No.
idea?
Is it a
No.
ghost train?
That's going into a room full of
Chain,
shadows,
chain,
grabbing a
chain,
succubus.
not train. This isn't the Phantom Train from Final Fantasy. That'd be awesome, though. All right. So is anyone touching the chain?
No.
I already screwed up.
Nah.
I'm good.
So after all the arguing, no one's touching the chain. Okay.
I thought it was a train. So.
I'll mage hand it.
Okay.
Ow.
Has
Feel free
already
to-
almost
No?
died. She's going to avoid touching anything.
Mage hand it. Mage hand it.
Okay, I casted mage hand. Do you know shouted no at me and the mage hand immediately dissipated.
Okay.
Get up the goddamn stairs safely, you fucking maniacs. We got a world to save, goddammit.
No.
I listen.
All right. So you guys begin proceeding
Ursula is a bad influence.
up the stairs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Moving you guys. So you guys are. Oops. Now going up the stairwell. Positions are just relative here. It's not. Urslan continues to lead the way. As you reach the top of the stairs, which I'm actually going to move you again. Hold on. To here. Some of you accidentally ended up inside of a wall, and I apologize for that. There we go. At the top of the stairs, the chain is going to attempt to wrap itself around Ursula's leg as it activates, seemingly haunted like the dwarf from downstairs. It is going to make an attack against her. That is a 28. That hits. Urslan takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and it's going to now make a grapple check against her.
Well, shit.
21, which I don't think that's enough. No. So Ursulin's not grappled. She shakes free. And she is immediately going to blast the chain. As she fires twice. Or no, 3 times, because she wouldn't have moved. So she pulls her rifle, shoots 3 times in quick succession, and upon the third bullet ringing off of the chain just goes slack and is no longer animated.
Well, shit.
Didn't I tell ya? Cause I told you.
You
What happened
did?
with the chain?
The chain became animated and tried to attack Ursula. That's why I told you not to touch the goddamn chain. It's evil.
I touched the goddamn train.
Well, yeah, she already blasted it, so it's not going to do anything now.
I know.
But
I just imagining
I'm just
Lily
proving my
bending
point.
down and poking like one of the pieces of obliterated chain link, just being like, "I touching the chain," boop, and then just continues walking forward up the stairs. That's how I envision that happening.
Yes, I'm gonna be like, haha, do you know I touched the chain after all?
so you now find yourselves in the tower loft, where once again in this room there are no windows that open into the dark plummeting shaft that is now below you. There is a heavy winch that is bolted to the balcony here that supports the rusty chain that runs up through a pulley system that's mounted in the roof of the shaft, and from which hangs a heavy iron bucket. There are also heavy wooden chocks that have been nailed to the floor at the edge of the balcony. And there is another piece of a wheelbarrow, this time the front wheel, resting against these wooden sort of spikes that have been nailed into the floor. This would appear to be the method that the dwarves may have used to haul any of their findings up into the upper level of the cabin here. But other than that, this appears to be a mostly empty space. Ursulin, noting what's already gone on here, is going to take a look around. She finds a secret door
Secret tunnel.
that is pretty skillfully disguised, actually, but she, even with a 42, she still obliterates the DC and is able to find it rather easily. The secret door is right here.
Onwards.
So
Onwards.
she goes over to the secret door, and she immediately notes that this door is pretty heavily secured. There is a very sturdy looking lock on the door, and she says that if you guys want her to open it, it's probably going to take her a little bit, as this looks to be the lock that's in the best shape out of anything you guys have encountered so far in here.
No rush. You got this.
All right, so she begins working, and she breaks one of her picks. and she says, "Yep, like I said, it's gonna take me a bit." As she kind of like fishes out the piece that's broken and like stuck in the lock. After a few moments, she kind of just resets herself, takes a deep breath, pulls out another pick, and tries again. Still unsuccessful in picking the lock.
Ursula cast guidance. It always works.
She says, "Ah, yes, how silly of me. Let me guide myself." And she's still struggling with it.
Can I help in any form?
Yeah, I mean, you've ranks and everything, so yeah, you can assist with a disabled device. I'll roll it and you can assist.
Assist and guidance. Surely it will work for real.
Still not good enough.
Eh.
Fucking cat. You know what to
Yes.
do.
You don't know how many knocks she has per.
I can do a knock. It's fine.
Sorcerers don't prepare. They
It just are.
I just have the thing.
yeah, she just has the thing.
Kinda like looks and goes, I don't know how any of this magic stuff works. I don't even know how mine works.
Cat's like,
You
can
don't know
just do
how
the
yours
thing.
works.
I don't know how it works. It just does.
I did the thing.
I think
Yes.
it and it happens. I don't know. Do you not
Cat's
think these things?
Cat's knock spell successfully opens the lock. Inside this room, there are 7 large burlap sacks that sit against the northern wall. To the west sits a small desk and a chair. On top of the desk appears to be some sort of ledger that is bound in leather. What would you guys like to do?
I'll take the ledger.
Okay, so Dream grabs the ledger and begins looking at it. Dream, you find that within the ledger, there are several detailed maps of the regions in this immediate area where the dwarves had been setting up mines. The various maps actually pinpoint all of their mines as well as their assay points. There are notes related to the payout of each mine listed. It would appear that all of them have sort of played out without imparting any particularly rich lodestones. Although they did, have like a decent find from each of them. Nothing that would, instantly make them rich. As you thumb through the pages, you notice that there are several that are near the end that have pretty clearly been torn out.
Ooh, mystery. Guess we gotta visit the other mines.
Is there? Does the ledger have a name in it? Like in the front of the book, like owned by or operated by.
Yes. It specifically mentions the 2 names, and they match the names in Brodert's letter that he showed you all.
Oh shit.
Silas and Karavek Vecker.
Hmm.
Do we have handouts on them? No, right?
Let me see if I can find a handout on
I was even just a letter. That's like my brain is just thinking back.
I want to see if there's something I can show you regarding the ghost that you initially saw, because that is sort of important. Let's see here. Don't have a handout there. There, interesting. I'm gonna have to search for it. Let's see. No, there doesn't appear to be a handout that I can get you on that.
All good. All good. Rotor twink.
But yeah, like I said, there's the ledger which you've now thumbed through, and there's also the sacks on the ground.
I'm gonna go through the sacks.
Okay. All 7 of the sacks are filled with various amounts of gold, actual gold this time. 5 of the sacks are filled with gold dust, whereas the other 2 are filled with gold nuggets.
Is any of this cursed or trapped?
Okay, roll. Let's see. Yeah, roll perception.
My perception is
You
not
wish my
bad
assistance,
today.
Kane. You got this.
I would love assistance. My perception has been shit here today.
Don't worry, my perception's pretty shit too sometimes. It'd be like that. Like a roll
Yeah,
that
but
one, it was like a 28. Alright, let's
You're-
roll.
Your nat one's a 28. That's the difference.
Hey,
That's
48.
the fucking difference.
So, first off, you notice that the individual sacks themselves are fairly heavy. Each one weighing 40 pounds. The gold that is inside of each of the sacks is legitimate. It is not arsenic or lead or any other fake substance. It is real gold. And there doesn't appear to be any sort of deterrent that would stop you from taking the gold.
Yeah.
It's not
I
like
kind of appraise the gold.
sacks don't appear to be trapped. There doesn't appear to be any sort of poison laid upon them or anything like that. Cat appraises the gold. So the 5 that are stuffed with gold dust, you estimate that it's probably about 1,000 gold worth of gold dust in each of those. The ones with the nuggets are a bit more valuable. Those you estimate at about 2,500 gold a piece. Additionally, behind one of the sacks, this is part of the initial perception checks. I would say Dino finds this. Dino, hidden behind one of the sacks is a small sort of coffer. It opens rather easily, and inside are a total of 14 uncut gems. And a quick appraisal as you open it up, and Kat is kind of looking over your shoulder. Estimates that the total worth of all of the gems in there is about 700 gold.
Nice. A nice little
Check.
boost backup for our coffers.
And there's one cabin practically made up for all of the wands and shit we just bought. Alright, good work, team.
Awesome.
Do I get any?
No.
And Kat looks at Kate and goes, I will
Damn.
still pay for your meals. Please don't spend all your money.
He just lights up and just says, "Thank you," and looks at everyone and goes, "So, shall we smelt the gold down and then divide it evenly when we have a chance, and otherwise store it in bags of holding until then?"
Hell
Sure.
yes.
I mean, Kat's like, why don't we just wait till we get back in town since I have since I, live with an armorer?
Yeah, that's kind of that's why I was saying we could just shove the bags that they have into our bags of holding in the meantime.
Oh, I think you meant like right now.
Oh no! You make the good point. I was saying just we take the bags now to then smelt them and divvy them up later.
I think that is a good idea.
Alright, is there anything else in this cabin to explore, or is the cabin completed?
So we're gonna give
That's
everyone
everything
back.
that's everything from this secret room, which like this room here. Leading
Yeah,
outwards
okay.
from the space that you're currently in, there is let's see here, there is one door that leads to the east from the current location that I'm pinging.
Alright,
Is
I
it
say
locked?
we keep her going.
Is it locked?
Does not appear to be locked, no.
Is Is it trapped?
Roll perception.
Guidance. Hey.
No, it's not trapped.
I'll roll.
Alright, we Gucci.
So, at this point, actually, hold that thought.
Holding.
So you guys open the door. And this is now sort of a hallway that leads to several different other rooms. There's a door here. There is a curtain here. Another door here. Another one at the far end of the hallway. There's a window up here. And one more door over here. Those of you who, I guess, enter this hallway first and walk through it a bit, what catches your eye is what's going on outside, out the window, actually. It has begun snowing. For now, it is a relatively light snowfall, although a quick glance up at the sky tells you that this snowstorm is likely to intensify.
Well, we can
Should
just
we-
teleport back home. This isn't a big deal.
Yeah, now that you've been inside the cabin, technically, yes, you can teleport back and forth now as you please.
I look over at everyone and I
Let's do
say,
it.
do we want to try hunkering down here?
Isn't it
see.
haunted?
Like, it is cold. I want fire. Let's go home. We can teleport. We can get there in like 20 minutes.
Could always
All
come
of
back.
us.
Kate just kind of looks and goes, I don't have a way to argue with your logic. It just feels weird going on a giant quest to then come home to sleep.
Yeah, but then
why wouldn't
we could teleport back and continue on.
Yeah, Kate. Well, Kate's having a small little existential crisis about this, being like, "But then why wouldn't we do that? Because we still need to rest, and if we just do."
How about this? How
I
about
just
this?
imagine you grabbing Kate and just dragging them along and being like, "Okay, come on, everyone together now."
Hey, look at it this way. If we go home and we can smelt the gold, so we don't have to carry it around. 'Cause it's not like we're going to be buying things.
Kate kind of just looks over and goes, "Okay, okay, we're out."
Well, before we do, we still got a place to explore, you know.
And we'll be back, but first, it's snowing. Let's go home.
Alright, before you do, I want to do one thing real quick.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make sense to teleport out and teleport back if we don't know when the storm's gonna leave. So, and I'm a druid, so I know these things. So if I go outside, I should be able to quickly deduce how long said storm's gonna last.
That's actually a good idea.
Alright, then I shall do the thing. Alright, Tim, how long is the weather gonna last?
Okay. That's gonna be knowledge nature.
It's... Ah,
Hard to tell exactly. You've never been to this mountain range before personally. So this time of year, you know, certainly anyone with half a brain would expect, you know, snow in the mountains, right? It's winter. It's gonna be cold. The conditions could become treacherous. You're not quite sure on how bad the snowstorm is gonna get, or how long it's gonna last, or if it's even natural snow at all. Best estimation you can tell is, you know, is like what I said originally, where it looks like the snow is going to pick up. It could grow to a blizzard. You're not quite sure. It doesn't appear to be like super windy outside at the moment. The snow is falling relatively vertically. you know, in your mind, you know, you and your friends at least have the time to finish exploring this floor of the cabin before you make a move. But yeah, you don't really discern anything like concrete about the snowstorm itself.
Can I join him in this sense of seeing if this is supernatural in nature?
Yeah, you can make a roll as well.
Thank God, I gave you guidance.
It's funny, when I was giving the result of that, I didn't realize Dream had rolled as well, and I was like actually looking at Dream's number, and then I realized that you both rolled the same thing. So I was like, okay, good. I didn't like fuck up.
Yep.
We whack.
I know nothing. I go, yep, that's wind. Those
That-
are dark clouds.
That's wind, that's snow. This doesn't look good.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm literally gonna go. All right, Cat. I just realized something. I don't deal with snow, so I have no idea how long it's gonna last. We do have enough time to explore the rest of the cabin, but if not, I say we vamoose.
A second.
Wait, while I'm outside, can I look around to see if anything would be causing the snow?
Oh, I'm sorry, you went outside to do this? I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were like going and looking out the window. Okay, that's different.
I was looking out window. I'm not.
Okay, so Dino going outside, that's different. Because Dino puts himself, you know, in the weather itself. Dino, you are while this doesn't appear to be anything crazy just yet in terms of a snowstorm, you just from your own attunement and affinity with nature, you are leaning towards the snowstorm being not entirely natural. You think there might be something else influencing the weather. You don't have any hard evidence, but just call it like a sinking feeling.
Alright, I'm a druid. I gotta go with my gut. So, alright, so we listed. So it's like 3 main creatures that deal with Karzu. One was the Nightmare
4.
Men. What?
There are
Yeah,
4.
and also the giant boys.
No, I wasn't even thinking that. There was the Lang Spiders, the Scarlet Walkers, the Blue Dragons, and the Harridans, the Lamia Harridans. Those were the 4 that you guys learned about in the library.
Very nice. With what we learned from there, do any 4 of them have the power to control weather?
The Blue Dragon, if it did, it wouldn't necessarily be able to create a blizzard. That's not its domain. You didn't see anything about the particular creatures from Lang possessing weather control powers. And the Lamia Harridans, I don't believe they have anything that can control the weather. Let me just double check because I have that information, and it's something that you probably would have learned just from reading about them.
Is there a curiosity? In theory, if I was flying going 60 feet, including that going full sprinting, could I theoretically outrun a storm?
60 feet, so that would be... it's 10 feet per second. $600 feet a minute.
If I'm full running, I could reach for 240 feet per 6 seconds.
That's like... I mean, it would ultimately depend on how fast the storm is moving. If it's a storm that is really like drawn out and moving slowly over a region, you could probably outrun it. Uh, a quicker striking and moving storm, unlikely.
All right, fair enough. All right, continue.
So let me get back to my place here. I know we're getting. We're actually at 10 o'clock. So
I can go for another like 10 minutes. It's
okay. So let's do a little bit more. Well, let me then ask the question here: is there any desire among you guys to finish exploring this upper floor here, or are you guys just tapping out and teleporting back to Sandpoint?
I feel like as long as we all stay connected, so she can like insta teleport us out, like literally like stay in a chain. I think we should try to start to investigate further, just to clear it, because there's a very real chance that the storm rolls through and this building is not here anymore when we come back. I look at everyone say.
Okay, so here, like I said, I pointed out a bunch of different doors and even a curtain here. So you got you got a door,
Start with the curtain because that's the
curtain,
easiest thing.
and then 3 additional doors. All right, so we're starting with the curtain.
What's behind curtain number 2?
I'll put Cade next to the curtain. So let's see. There is no dynamic lighting, so that's fine. Behind the curtain is a tiny chamber that is stuffy and devoid of light. It appears to be some sort of maybe a coat room. You see, I know I said curtains, but they are instead heavy blankets that are kind of standing in as curtains as they hang across 2 archways, one being the one that you're standing in front of, and there's another one to your left that also has a door inside of it. Along the southern wall here, there is a wooden bench that rests under. I'm sorry, and under the bench rather is arrayed an assortment of pretty shabby-looking footgear, boots, shoes, things like that. Above the bench is a row of hooks, a number of which hold pretty dusty-looking garments.
I'm gonna look at everyone and I say, I think this leads to the sleep quarters. And then I'm gonna check the door.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception roll to inspect the door and the room and such. Okay, so you go to the door first. The door. Let me see here. Is the door locked? The door is not locked. You go to reach out to open the door, and you hear a noise behind you as actually Aurelius has inadvertently knocked something over. Aurelius has sort of nudged an item that is concealed beneath the raincoats that are hung up. And as this item that has been leaning against the wall sort of falls over on top of the bench, you see what looks to be the hilt of a weapon.
The hilt of a weapon. Is it? Alright, well I'm gonna warn them and back up.
Okay. Yeah. So the business end of the weapon, whatever this is currently concealed by a longer raincoat that just hangs lower than the rest. And best of your knowledge, it's just you're familiar knock something over. But there currently doesn't appear to be any sort of haunt or ghost or anything like that manifesting before you. So yeah, up to you. If you want to just continue on opening the door, or...
Yeah, I'm gonna tell someone that they should inspect that weapon, because it might be valuable, and seeing stuffed away, and then continue opening the door.
Okay, so Cade chooses to ignore the item and open the door. You enter into a very simple-looking chamber that has a worn hide rug on the floor. The rug is covered with muddy stains, mostly in this area right here in front of what looks to be another door. The door has a rickety-looking chair positioned next to it, and you, as before with the this other archway here, you have to kind of push aside a heavy, thick blanket to get in here, as this was another sort of like makeshift curtain. But yeah, you're in what is essentially like a mud room.
I'm gonna continue moving farther through if there's any other doors or anything, and if not, then
Yes.
Keep her going.
There is a door to the east. Dino, you're now in the room where this item was. Do you want to inspect it, or are you also going to ignore it and keep going?
Well, I can't detect if it's magical or not, or know much about weapons, so I'm just gonna keep going.
All right, so you also ignore it. Does anyone want to inspect it as you follow them through?
Nah.
Inspect
I
it.
want to. I just
I heard
What
at
do I
least
need
one
to roll?
person say they want to inspect it.
That was me.
So, Kat, you
Cat guidance.
pick up this item, and it is sort of it's a weapon that resembles a hammer. It's a large. It's got a large, heavy, metal hammer head on the end of the hilt. The sort of the ends that would be used to strike have spikes on them. This is it's basically an earthbreaker. If you'd like to figure out if it's magical, we can go through that whole dance as well. You know,
Please.
detect magic, spellcraft, all that fun stuff.
Sure.
Okay. The hammer is indeed magical. This,
Hey,
although that spellcraft roll is not quite good enough to.
Wait, Dino gave me guidance.
Oh, he did.
I
Yeah.
get
I mean,
guidance.
18. I don't think it's good enough. Actually, it
Damn
might.
it.
It might be. Let me
Come on, guidance.
take a look. Anyone else who wants to try can try, as long as you're trained. Let's see here. You notice that the magical enchantment around this Earthbreaker is of the Conjuration variety.
Earthbreaker, you
I
say?
don't know anything, Jon Snow.
Kay does not know. I mean, Lily, you're there. You can try if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
You're good. Ursula.
Or we got Dream.
Yeah, Ursula will volunteer herself. I mean, Dream can do as well. Okay, Ursula has it. So this is a following.
Why is the hammer not like the earth?
What's that?
I don't know, it's Bane Earthbreaker, so I'm just assuming that it just doesn't like the earth.
No. It's a construct Bane. So like
Ah.
Bane is keyed to like a certain like type of enemy that you would hit with it. So this, it's a +2 hammer against everything other than constructs, but it does additional things against constructs. So the enhancement is an additional +2 better against constructs. It also deals like 2d6 additional damage against constructs.
Cade, how do you feel about constructs and robots?
Automatons, if you will.
I hate them from the few constructs we've interacted with because I can't do shit to them usually.
How would you like a hammer that allows you to hit them better?
Cade's looking at the tenderizer and then going, okay, I'm listening.
Well, look at that hammer over there.
I don't
According to
think...
Rosalind, it's literally a hammer that just doesn't like construct that much.
I'm picking that shit up and throwing it in the bag.
In the bag of holding.
We can delineate if we want. Sell
Now
it
if we ever
later.
come across a construct again, Cade has a specific hammer for it.
Cade's like, fucker.
Yeah,
Alright.
probably
New
a good
character.
idea to throw that in the bag of holding because it is a bit heavier. It's a 14-pound hammer.
14 pounds being heavy, that's cute.
So quick
That's heavy for me.
quick information on Earthbreakers, like in terms of like regular combat stuff. 2d6 damage roll, times 3 critical.
Oh my.
That's amazing.
New
Yeah.
character idea. Cade gets a Bane hammer for every single monster type.
Yes. Just always has the correct tool for the situation, but is constantly
oh.
encumbered.
I mean, to be fair, you just kind of plop me down wherever you need me and go, okay, Cade, swing.
Sounds like to me that you need a dinosaur of holding. You should get one.
I should get one.
Okay. So if the desire is to finish exploring, I know we don't have too many rooms left, but I do want to respect everybody's time. So we will finish exploring the upper level of the cabin next week.
Very nice.
So I mean, yeah, pretty good start overall here with the session, I would say. You guys have located the Vecker's cabin within the Kodar Mountains as you travel along the Kazran River in your attempts to find the lost city of Xin-Shalast. And though there is a building snowstorm outside of the cabin, you guys, for now, remain undeterred in your mission to learn the truth and pick up any additional hints and clues that will lead you to your destination. So, join us next week as we continue to unlock the mystery of what happened here. Hopefully I'll have some better weather this week. I mean, I'm getting already sick of this rain, even though it's only been 2 days.
I know. Same here.
Yeah, I want some sun, some nice weather, but hopefully that'll come soon. Until then, we will see you next Sunday, and we hope you have a good night.